What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What am I decanting? I'm decanting a bunch of stuff. I got a ton of stuff to do, so I figured I'd just go live. Let's see. What am I decanting? I'm decanting a bunch of stuff. I got nice shelf. Thanks, guys. Just got the shelf a couple weeks ago. Open Bob. Yeah, buddy. I have a whole video on how I decant. You guys, you can check that out if you want. Weird to see you indoors. Yeah, it feels weird being on camera indoors. But since it's going to be getting colder, I'm going to be doing my videos inside, so. Versace Eros Flame. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to trying it, but I don't really have any high expectations. Decanting for sale. Got a bunch of orders and stuff. Got to do. Let's see. What's everyone's scent of the day? Curious to know what you guys are wearing. How many fragrances do I have? Probably have about 100 or so bottles, I would say. Something around that. That's including like backup bottles and stuff, because I have quite a few backup bottles. Let's see. Nice, nice. I haven't tried Arabian by English Laundry. That sounds good though. What scent did I wear today? So I actually wore, let's see, I actually wore Green Valley by Creed. I just got it today. Really hard to find. It's discontinued now. It's been discontinued for quite a while, as far as I know. I just got it today, and it's a really nice scent. It's like very green. It has a little bit of like a old school type of smell to it, but it's really nice stuff. It's too bad it's discontinued. Goes for a pretty penny now. Is it sludgy green? Uh, I wouldn't say that, but it is a very like pungent green, I would say. Not sludgy, but it is very green. It's, to me, it's what I think green Irish tweed should be. Like people say green Irish tweed is like the Irish countryside and smells like that. But to me, this smells more like the outdoors, and like to me this smells like spring and like grass and nature more than green Irish tweed does, in my opinion. But what are you gonna do? I want to know where everyone is getting their info on Versace Eros Flame. Seen it mentioned in message boards on Fragrantica, but no source link. Yeah, I've just been seeing it in the Facebook groups and stuff like that. A lot of people have been talking about it. I know Jeremy Fragrance has his hands on the bottle. He posted a picture of him with it. But and then it has its own Fragrantica page already with the notes and everything. But as far as I know, no one has really smelled it or left actual reviews yet. But be interested to know. I'm gonna probably buy it as soon as it becomes available because I want to review it and see what all the hype is about, or if there will be hype, which I'm sure there will be. It's Eros. Tried Versace Man yesterday and I loved it. Yeah, that's a really good one. Everyone talks about um, uh, Oh Fresh, Versace Man Oh Fresh, but the regular Man is actually really good stuff. I think I actually have it. Yeah, just the purple bottle Versace Man. It's a really good fragrance. It smells obviously nothing like Oh Fresh, which is very citrusy and green. But this stuff is great, and it's really affordable too. Great tobacco scent. is Invictus Intense a new one? I haven't seen reviews on it yet. I think Invictus Intense has been out. I'm not for sure though. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen any reviews on it either. I think it was overshadowed by Invictus Aqua, both Invictus Aquas, I guess. But yeah, I've never really heard people talk about Intense. What's up, Benjamin? So how many fragrances do you think you have by now? I have around 100 bottles or so. I actually haven't really counted them, but it's somewhere around 100 bottles. I'm going to do a collection video soon, probably within a month or two, just like an updated collection video, because I've been buying a lot. But yeah, including backup bottles and everything, probably around 100 bottles or so. But I'm constantly selling and buying new bottles and selling them, so it's always fluctuating. Am I interested in Aventis Cologne? I am. I'm interested to see, you know, I mean, the newer batches are already lighter. I would consider like the 2018 batches to be an Aventis Cologne just because of how much lighter it's getting with each year. Um, so I'm curious to see how it's going to be. Obviously, it's going to get a lot of hype and a lot of talk because it's Aventis. But I wish they would have done like an extrait or a parfum, because if you look at MFK, they have the Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP, then they have a parfum. With Elysium, they have just the parfum cologne and then the extrait. So I wish that's what they would have done with Aventis is like more of a rich version of it, a little bit less citrus, a little bit more woods or something like that. But apparently that's not what they want to do. So come on, guys, 35 people watching and only 4 likes. How rude. Yeah, it's no big deal. Just got a sample of MFK Masculine Purell, really nice. I actually have a sample of that coming too. Shout out to my buddy Mark if he's watching. He's sending me a sample. That for a while, gotten around to it, but I'm looking forward to trying it. See, any good oud fragrances, something not too strong. Let's see. One of them would be Royal Oud by Creed. This is a really good one. It's a very fresh oud. It's not really that prominent, but it's there just enough to give it some depth, but nothing crazy. Another one would be tobacco. Well, not tobacco oud. I guess you could pick tobacco oud. It's kind of not for everyone, but Oud Wood by Tom Ford, that'd be another great one. Pretty wearable. Versace Oud Noir would be a good one. A designer that's affordable. I've heard good stuff about that one. I think people compare it to like Oud Wood or Royal Oud or something like that. Let's see. How long have I been doing YouTube? I've been doing YouTube for just over a year. I started in I think towards the end of September of last year. So just a little bit over a year now. So time has flown, and it's crazy. I didn't think I would be where I am right now, as far as subscribers and how many people watch me, and it's crazy. Let's see. Any good clone option for oud wood? Have you tried parfum parlors replicas? I don't really know of any clones for oud wood. Off the top of my head, I'm not really for sure, and I have not tried any of the parfum parlors replicas, but I have seen them reviewed before, and they do seem to be pretty good. So, what's your thoughts on Givenchy Gentleman EDP 2018? Haven't tried it, um, but it is on the list of what I would like to try at some point. So I'll probably get my nose on it soon. I'm wearing YSL tuxedo. Nice. It's a great one. Definitely a great one. It's kind of, divisive. Some people that say it's overhyped and, it's not that good. And I will say it's definitely not worth the price, like $250 for the bigger bottle size. It's not really worth that price, but it is a good scent. I mean, it's, wearable. It's nothing too crazy. So I enjoy it. Milsim Imperial or Rush of Unicorns. To be completely honest, probably Rush of Unicorns. That stuff, they killed it with that one. As much as people like to hate on Parfums Vintage, as far as Rush of Unicorns go, I think, that's one of their best releases, I think, right up there with Vanilla Intense. Vanilla Intense is my favorite out of all of their Aventis inspired ones. But Rush of Unicorns is really good stuff. I had at one point a 2008 batch of Milsim Imperial. I ended up selling it, but it was pretty much spot on with that one. And, definitely worth the price. Performs better than the current formulations. It just smells completely different than the newer formulations because it's got, more of a salty, melony type of smell. So definitely, I would say Rush of Unicorns. Just, oh, what happened? Just tuned in. What frag are you decanting? Right now, I just got done decanting Shag Half. Just Shag Half by Swiss Arabian. This is a good one. I think I touched on this one when I reviewed a whole bunch of Swiss Arabian fragrances, so it's pretty good stuff. Hello, how many fragrances would you like to have approximately, and do you think the ends are be more addictive over time? So I would say the ideal number of fragrances I would like to have is honestly probably around the number that I'm at right now, around 100. I'm still kind of selling some, trading some. I'm kind of in the process of getting rid of a lot of my designers that I don't wear, and a lot of my cheaper fragrances I don't wear, to make room for some more niche fragrances. But I would say for me, I would like to have around 100 bottles or so of ones that I actually wear consistently. But I would say, for the average person, you really probably only need maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5. That's even pushing it, just a versatile fragrances. And do I think this hobby ends, or can it be more addictive? Definitely gets more addictive. I kind of had a situation a while ago where, I was buying a lot of designers, and I kind of started to get bored. I was looking for the next fragrance that really wowed me, and I wasn't really finding it until I started getting into niche, in which case it kind of, I just got addicted all over again. I got hooked. It kind of brought me back into the hobby because I was losing my, my love for the hobby a little bit, and that kind of brought me back into it. And, now here we are. So definitely gets more addicting. It also gets a lot more expensive. tried decanting with syringes and it didn't work out for me, so I'm going to try the funnels. Yeah, it can be kind of tricky. Let me see. Here's one of my decants. I don't know if this is going to show up on the yeah, I don't even think that's going to show up, but it can be kind of tricky to get it to go around the bottle. It's all about making the hole wide enough to where it fits over the stem. It can be kind of hard, but it's definitely, you know, once you get it down and you get used to it, it makes it so easier, especially when you're decanting a lot. You know, just being able to use the syringe and just pull it up is great. So definitely, you know, give it another shot. Keep trying. Syringes are great. I do use those. I have one of them right here. I use them when I can't get the syringe to work, but definitely I would keep trying the syringe. And another thing, if you're decanting, I went the scissors. If you're decanting Mancera fragrances, you can actually take off, like see here, the cap comes off. You can actually take off this part too. And you can use a pipette to basically extract it. I'll just show you guys real quick. So what I do is you take some sort of, you know, towel, put it over, you know, the thread so you don't tear them up. Take some pliers and you just break it loose. I don't think I broke it loose. There we go. Basically, you just break it loose like that. And now you have access to the bottle. So now you can just take a pipette and extract the fragrance that way. You can do this with Manceras. I don't know if you can do it with Montals. I don't have any. So if you guys have any Montals and you've done this, let me know. But that's a great way to do it if you're decanting Manceras. Just makes it even quicker than the syringe, I found, if you can use a pipette and do it that way. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. How old are you? What grade am I in? I'm 19. I actually just turned 19 last Saturday. And I'm out of high school, so I'll be a freshman in college. I'm actually taking a year off, so you know I'm not in college yet. So I would be a freshman in college, which I will be next year. Let's see. Question: CH-Men Privé or Terre d'Hermès? They're quite different. Privé is more of a boozy, whiskey, leathery scent, more of a winter fragrance, I think. It's not quite as versatile as Terre d'Hermès, where you could wear Terre d'Hermès to an office. That's, you know, in my opinion, one of the best office fragrances there is for men, just because it's just easy to wear. It's got a nice, classy type of smell. But I really wouldn't wear Privé to the office as much, just because it's got a little bit more of a playful smell. It's got that whiskey, that leather. So it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something really versatile, then I would probably go with Terre d'Hermès. But if you're looking for maybe a fragrance with an edge, like a date fragrance with an edge, or something along those lines, then definitely I would go with Privé. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Steve? Almost at AK. Yeah, getting close. I think got like 100 to go, 100 subscribers to go or something like that. So we're getting close. Oops. Lost my spot. How do you feel about the newer Aventis batches, 2017 and newer? I feel like they have turned the fruit way up too much. Yeah, I would definitely agree. Newer batches, a lot less woody depth and a lot more citrus and fruits. For the most part, I guess it really depends on what batch you get. I'm not going to try to get it, but my 17N01 batch is extremely woodsy. It's almost syrupy with the pineapple and has more of a muted citrus. It's so bright. So I wouldn't say, all of the newer batches are super fruity or too fruity. But I would say the majority of them definitely are leaning more towards the citrus, the fruits, rather than, woody depth and things like that. And I prefer, I guess it really depends. I do like the brighter batch, like 16K11. It's a very bright, fruity batch. And I really enjoy that one for summer just because it's very refreshing. But in general, when it comes to versatility and longevity, the woodier batches, the darker batches are superior. Let's see. Privé is more affordable, but Terre d'Hermes is probably nicer. Yeah, definitely. I think Fragrance Net has Privé for, I just picked up the 5-ounce bottle for like $60. So if you guys are looking to get Privé, you can get a pretty good deal on that right now. Have you smelled Tom Ford's ombre leather? And if so, what's your take? I have not actually smelled ombre leather. I've been meaning to, but I have not smelled it. So at some point I probably will. There's a lot of designers I need to get caught up on, some sampling and stuff like that. So I probably will at some point. You hear about the new Versace Eros Flame that's coming out? Yes, I did. I'm excited. I'm not sure what to expect. I've heard some people say that it's going to smell like big red gum, or like, that type of cinnamon gum. So, I'm excited to try it. Like I said, I'm probably going to buy it as soon as it comes out here in the US and it's available to buy, just to review it. Probably going to split it so other people can, try it as well. Probably going to do a giveaway when I review it. But I'm excited to try it. Am I expecting a lot? Not really, but I'm still curious to see how it's going to be. Same with all the other, because I think they're releasing multiple new ones. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. Recommended sites for discounts. I've only bought retail this far. Love the channel. Thanks, man. So recommended sites, I mainly use Fragrance Net, Max Aroma, Fragrance X, and then I also use eBay a lot, which you got to be careful with eBay. There are tons of fakes, tons of scammers. For the most part, I mean, you just got to be careful if you're going to go the eBay route. Just make sure the seller has good feedback, and make sure they've sold a lot of items, good feedback. But yeah, Fragrance Net, Max Aroma are good ones. Fragrance Net shipping is very slow, so that is something to be, something to think about. But yeah, I would say those websites, and then also the Facebook groups. You can always get good deals on fragrances in there. So what is your advice for faster growth in YouTube? So the main thing when it comes to growing your channel fast, and actually I was going to do a whole video on this, so if you guys want me to do like a dedicated video to how to like start your channel, grow your channel, I can do that. But the main thing is definitely consistency, and you'll probably hear that from anyone, whether they're in the fragrance community or not. Anyone who has a YouTube channel, they're going to tell you consistency is key. And it is, because the way YouTube works is the more frequently you upload, the more they will push your videos to other people. So if you upload a video, 1 week and then wait 3 weeks and upload 2 videos, and then a week later you upload 1, and then you take like 3 months off and then you upload again, you're not going to get good growth. In order to get consistent growth, you need consistent content. So that would be my advice, is to, if you want to start your channel, basically figure out how many videos can you upload and be consistent with it. So if you're a busy guy, you have a busy work schedule, and you can only upload a video a week, then do that. You pick a day and upload one video a week, you know, trying to stick to that same day. But if you got some more free time where you can upload maybe 3 videos a week, then just, you know, if you want to start doing that, make sure you stick to those 3 videos a week consistently, and then you will grow. Just make sure you're putting out good content, quality content. Don't, you know, just throw stuff together just for the sake of uploading it. You want to put out quality content. You want to really put some effort into it, and you will grow. So that's definitely been my, or I think one of the reasons why my channel has grown to where it is because I've been consistent with it. So that would definitely be my advice. Let's see. What is my favorite 2018 release? I would honestly say I actually have a sample of it. I'm pretty sure this came out in 2018. It's Tom Ford Fougère d'Argent. I'm going to have to double check. If anyone knows if this actually came out in 2018, let me know. But I just got a sample of this like yesterday. And this stuff is really, really good. I really, you know, I never even paid any attention to this fragrance. But now that I got a sample of it, I was wearing it and I just love it. So this one would definitely be my favorite release. If it came out this year, I'm pretty sure it has, but this stuff is great. I'm going to probably get a bottle of it soon. This is really, really good stuff, and it performs good too. Lasting on my skin all day. It's constantly getting whiffs of it throughout the day. So yeah, definitely Fougère d'Argent from Tom Ford's Private Blend would probably be my favorite for this year. Don't be trying to sip my Kool-Aid. Oh. Do I like any Rasasi? I like Hawas or Hawis or however you say it. Don't have a bottle of it. I've been meaning to pick up a bottle of it because, you know, they have been seeming to get harder to find. I just haven't gotten around to it. But, you know, from my sample I have, I do like it. It's a good fragrance, and it's a good alternative to the 2016 Invictus Aqua, definitely. But yeah, it's a good one. Have I tried Jovoy Incident, Diplomatic, or Psychedelic? I haven't tried any of those. I haven't tried any Jovoy fragrances yet, but they are on my list of fragrance house to dive into. Any eBay sellers groups where I can find partial bottles? Unfortunately, I'm not on Facebook. I don't really know any off the top of my head. I do follow or, you know, subscribe to or whatever it is quite a few eBay stores. So maybe I guess I can do a video on that too. Like I said, I can't think of them all off the top of my head. But I guess I could do a video on that too of all the eBay sellers that I follow and that I buy from frequently. Because I do follow quite a few of them that I do buy from frequently. But I would say a lot of my pickups from partials have just been from just random people, not necessarily dedicated fragrance, you know, sellers, but just normal people who are selling maybe a couple fragrances and maybe selling a couple t-shirts on their eBay, just random stuff they have at their house. Type of sellers I bought from them mostly. Like a lot of my creeds I bought on eBay just from random people. Like this Royal Water I bought from someone for like $70 as partial. He was selling like, you know, t-shirts and a whole bunch of other stuff, and so he's not a dedicated fragrance, but you know, he was selling this, so I picked it up. But just your best bet when looking for partials and stuff on eBay is just to constantly be looking. Like for me, I check eBay every day. when I'm looking for fragrances. Sometimes, like right now, I've been kind of taking a break from buying a little bit, so I'm not checking. But when I'm looking to buy fragrances, I'll check eBay every day. I'll check all the other discounters every day, like FragranceNet, and you will find stuff. That's how I found all of my creeds and stuff on eBay for a good price, because I would constantly look, and there would be times where someone would list it that same day and I would buy it, and I know that if I didn't check it that day, it would have been sold already. So definitely just keep looking constantly if you have the time, because that's when you'll find your best deals on eBay. What do I think about Tizzani, Terenzi fragrances? Haven't tried any of them. I think there was like this one that's supposed to be like an Aventis inspired one I heard people talk about. I would be interested in trying, but yeah, I haven't actually tried any of them myself. Yeah, Orient. I think that's the Aventis inspired one, isn't it? Orient. Yeah, do plan on trying that at some point. eBay is badass. You just got to know what you're looking for. Definitely. Like I've said multiple times in my videos, I've gotten my best deals on eBay. Like pretty much not my whole Creed collection, but the majority of my Creeds have been bought on eBay. Um, a lot of my other fragrances have been bought on eBay. It's, a great place if you know looking for, and you know how to spot fakes, and you know how to tell if a seller seems sketchy or whatever the case may be. But yeah, definitely great place. Have I tried Oud and Bergamot by Joe Malone? I have not. I actually haven't tried any Joe Malone fragrances. But yeah, that one is definitely on my list, along with Wood Sage and Sea Salt, I think it is. Um, I think there's this other one I wanted to try too. Forget what it was called. But yeah, definitely at some point I will start to try those. I would be very interested in a video tips for YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, man. I'll do that. Like I said, I've been wanting to do it for a while. I actually have, for all of my videos, I actually write them all down in my notes, and I kind of script them out, just bullet points. And I actually have that video mostly bullet pointed and ready to go. Just a matter of actually recording it and uploading it. But I will try to get that done at some point. Actually, also, I'm going to do a video on how I actually like shoot my videos, from the planning process to the camera to editing, because I've had people ask me how to do that. So I'll probably make it like a two-part series. One part will be how I actually plan, shoot, edit the video, upload it, and the other part will be more about the YouTube algorithms and the specific stuff about YouTube and things like that. So I'll definitely do that, because I'd love to be able to help people out if they want to start out. Because one thing, a misconception is people think that this is supposed to be like a competition, like, oh, new reviewers, like this isn't a competition. Like, I'm always down to help out people who are just starting out their channel. You know, I don't really care if someone has more subscribers than me or less subscribers than me. It's not a competition. It's just about enjoying the hobby, sharing your opinions and things like that. See you, Benjamin. Have a good night, Dallas. Take care. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in. What is my favorite parfums? De Marley fragrance. Really don't have a favorite. I've tried Layton. I've tried um, Herod, I think, or Havdon. I don't remember. It's like the one with the apple type of smell. It's one of those two. And I like them both. They're okay. Haven't tried enough to really, um, pick a favorite. I've tried Leighton Exclusive, and that one was pretty good. But I've never haven't really bought any bottles. They've never really impressed me enough to actually buy, full bottles. But they're decent enough. What do I? Or let's see. Scent of the day, Pure Havana, good shit. Nice, man. It's a good one. What do I think about Azzaro Chrome? I like it. I mean, it's a classic men's fragrance. And it's kind of one of those things where people hate on it because everyone wears it. But, here where I live, I've never smelled it on anyone. So it really just depends where you live. I could wear Azzaro Chrome and, no one's going to know the difference, right? Like, I'm not going to smell it on anyone else. And, it's going to give me compliments. It's going to get me noticed. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good fragrance. Diplomatic. My scent of the day, nice better for base scent, especially for fall. No, I haven't, but that's definitely on my list. I'm a big fan of vetiver, pretty much all kinds of vetiver. So yeah, at some point I will definitely try it. What does SOTD mean? That means scent of the day. That video for the eBay sellers would be a great idea to help intermediate FragCom members. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks. No problem, man. I'll see if I can get that put together soon. Um, See, great stream. Good night, fetus. I got you on incident. Not gonna say that again. Private label and psychedelic. Just remind me. Appreciate it, man. Is Fragrance Net legit? Their prices are lower than retail, but I've heard they sell fakes. Yep, Fragrance Net is legit. Um, I've been buying from them, ever since I first started buying fragrances, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Never had any issues. The only issue I guess I have with them is the shipping time. It is slow, but other than that, yeah, they do sell legit fragrances. They've been around for a long time. Any of you know what happened with Notino in the U.S.? As far as I know, well, actually not as far as I know because I have no idea. But from what I've heard, it sounds like they might have gotten sued or something, possibly by Chanel. They were, selling Chanel fragrances and testers and a whole bunch of other testers and, a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, both my Chanels I bought from Notino back in the day for great prices. They were, well below retail. And then kind of towards the end of Notino's, life here in the U.S., their prices on Chanel's and stuff actually went up to where they were above retail. So it's obvious at that point, they, were probably drop shipping them, right? Just someone will place an order with them and then they buy it from Chanel and then just mark it up for shipping and profit, if I had to guess. But yeah, I don't know what happened with them. I'm assuming they're not coming back at this point. It's been quite a while. And I'm kind of forgotten about them, to be honest, because I do most of my buying on eBay and on Facebook anyway. Ever tried Encre Noir? What do you think about it? I have not. It's another one I want. All of those fragrances been on my radar because they're pretty affordable and they all seem like they're pretty good. I also need to go to bed. Thanks for sharing your time, Dallas. Have a good night. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Ciao, dude. Keep up the great vids. Appreciate it. I've been doing a lot of sampling the last 2 weeks. Discovered some really nice fragrances like Baranda by Nasamato. Great scent for fall. I was actually really close to buying Baranda about a week ago on FragranceNet because they had it for like 120, and I was, waiting and then now it's sold out. So I missed out on that. But yeah, that's definitely on my immediate to buy list at some point. Got any Xerjoffs, and your opinion on the house? I have one, kind of. It's actually empty, but it is Bouquet Ideal, and it's a nice one. It's kind of feminine, um, but it is a nice scent. I just got a sample of Mephisto a couple days ago, and that will probably be one of my next Xerjoff purchases. It smells very similar to Silver Mountain Water and also Wild Fruits by Maren Sarah. And in my opinion, I think Mephisto is better than all of those. It's got this very like herbal, I don't know if I want to say, I don't know what the correct word to describe it is. I don't know if it's herbal or like grassy or something, but it's got, or like a vegetal maybe, but there's something about it that really sets it apart from Silver Mountain Water and from Wild Fruits that I really like it. I actually have my sample of it somewhere up here. Let's see. Yeah, it's got this, I don't know, there's something in it that just, I really enjoy, and it just sets it apart from Silver Mountain Water and everything else. Let's see. Do girls fall for you as you pass by with perfume on? Not really. I mean, you can tell when a girl is, you know, can smell your fragrance and is enjoying it just a lot of times by how they act. Like, for example, I had this one time where this girl was just kept getting close to me for no reason, not like right up on me, but just within, you know, personal space. And then I would move, and then she would move near me again for no reason, other than obviously she liked the smell. But when they're enjoying the smell, it's pretty funny. I'm fairly new to fragrances, and I currently have two: Dior Sauvage and Dolce & Gabbana The One. Which should be my third? Let's see. Really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for another winter scent, you could go with something like Dior Homme Intense. That would be a good one for the winter. This is one of my all-time favorites. I'd recommend you grab a sample first. Also, you could just go with La Nuit. It's another great one, of course. Kind of in the date scent category, like The One. You could go with CH Men Privé. That would be a good one. Yeah, Spice Bomb maybe. Another good one. Really depends what you're looking for. I just head to Macy's or something and smell a bunch, or grab some samples online. What's the best spot to get partials? Any Facebook pages you recommend? Actually, my video I uploaded yesterday, I talked about all the Facebook groups I'm in. So go check out that video. I have them all linked in the description. You can join those groups. Ashton had some videos about Notino. I think that's what you said. Yeah, I do remember his videos. I think he touched on the Chanel thing. Can't remember for sure. Buy most of my decants and samples from eBay. Some samples I also get from either Lucky Scent or Scent Split. Nice. Those are all good spots. Definitely good spots to grab your samples. Fragrance Tech has much quicker shipping, in my opinion, or my experience. Definitely. They ship really fast. Do I think Sauvage EDP is better than the EDT? It's kind of hard to say. I mean, it depends what you're looking for. EDP kind of leans more in the direction of Dylan Blue, in my opinion, at least from the sample I smelled way back when it first came out. But yeah, I really like the EDT just for how bright it is. Projects really good. I've never really had the need to buy the EDP. Yeah, I don't think it's better. I think, two different fragrances for different occasions. logging off. Thanks for the video, man. Hope you do more of them. Take care. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in. I'll definitely be doing some more whenever I have the chance, because it's pretty fun. Plan on doing any more splits, and what are you thinking about getting? A little bit. Let's see. I think I want to do Xerjoff Naxos next at some point. Might split Grand Soir by MFK. I don't know, just a few winter fragrances here and there. Probably gonna take a little break just because I've got a bunch of stuff to get caught up on right now. Have I tried anything from Fort and Manly or Mall? However you say that. I have not, but they are on the list of sampling. I love Xerjoff, one of my favorite niche houses. Have you smelled any from Profumo and Nishane? I have not. I've heard some good things about both of those houses, but haven't actually smelled any yet. Have I tried 1 Million Lucky? I have not. Yeah, I've been pretty behind with newer designer releases lately. They're fairly new. I know that one's been out for a while, but I've not tried it, but I've heard it's pretty good, so we'll have to see. Two others I sampled recently are Tokyo from Galavant and Panda from Zoologist. Have you tried either? I have not. Haven't tried any of the Zoologist fragrances, but I will at some point. Definitely don't want to blind buy any of them just because they're definitely unique fragrances. So I'll probably get some samples at some point. What do I think about Swiss Arabian? They have some really good fragrances. I have quite a few of them. My favorite one is probably this one. It's Swiss Arabian Half Oud Abiad. This one is very good. I think I talked about this one in my review I did on a bunch of them. But it's got a lot of spice. It's got oud. It's got incense. This one blew me away when I first got it. Out of all the ones that I have, this one is definitely my favorite. Highly recommend you get this one, or at least grab a sample of it. I probably wouldn't blind buy it, but I would definitely grab a sample of this one because this stuff is good. Just got both Grand Soir and Naxos. You won't be wrong. Nice. Yeah, Grand Soir is great stuff for sure. Why is Durham Cologne so underrated? Best summer fragrance. Durham Cologne is awesome. Very, very good. I don't know why. I'm assuming people don't wear it as much just because of the performance. It's not too bad on me, but yeah, it is a great fragrance. Very, very refreshing. One of the most refreshing fragrances I have. It's right up there with Versace Eau Fresh for me as far as, refreshing citruses and stuff like that. I would say Durham Cologne smells a lot like the original Durham Sport, or I wouldn't say a lot like, but very similar in my opinion to the original Durham Sport, the 2008 bottle. Yeah, definitely similar. But yeah, it's great fragrance for sure. This was fun, but have to go to work. All the best. All right, thanks for stopping in, man. Really liking Mason Martin Margiela, but most of their stuff doesn't last. All smells great there, like John Varvatos. All bangers with poor performance. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Great sense, but performance-wise, they don't stack up. I can see what you mean. If only they were priced like the Barbados fragrances, that would be nice. They were all around $20 or $30, and it would be justifiable. But like Replica by the Fireplace, it's like 120 bucks for 100 mil, which I get decent performance from by the Fireplace. But yeah, I can see what you mean. As far as price and performance, it doesn't really add up. What do you think about the Champion Prada L'Homme? I don't know. I mean, I prefer Durham O. Um, yep, Durham O. Got a couple bottles. Mainly just because price point and performance. I mean, this was out first. You can get this for like $40 or $50. It performs all day on me. Prada L'Homme is great. I mean, it performs good too, but it's just a little bit more expensive. You can get it at discounters, but still not at quite at that price point. But yeah, it is a good fragrance. Both Durham O and Prada L'Homme, great office fragrances. Let's see. Are you my sugar daddy? I don't believe I am your sugar daddy, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. Have you tried Coach for Men? I have not. I might buy Coach Platinum and do a review on it because I've heard some decent things about that. I think FragranceNet had a really good deal on it not too long ago. So at some point I probably will try Platinum, but I haven't tried the regular one. In case you guys do not know, Dallas has an eBay page, great prices. Yeah, I do have an eBay page. First link in the description on all my videos. Have a few fragrances up on there. I haven't listed too many new ones recently, but yeah, definitely check it out if you're interested. Dunhill, Icon Racing, or Rasasi Hawas. I would say Hawas, the Rasasi one. I would go with that one. It just performs better, and I don't know. I just feel like it's overall a little bit better of a fragrance in my opinion. I mean, Icon Racing is good, but it's just the hype and everything. And what's my eBay account name? It's just Chaos Fragrances. You can search that. It's kind of searching accounts or like stores or whatever on eBay can be kind of tricky from my experience. I've tried to search stores and it doesn't really work. You can try to search it, or you can just click the link in my video somewhere. Yeah, By the Fireplace performs the best. Fell in love with it at the Barbers, but so poor performance. Yeah, it's a bummer, especially again at that price point. With the Barbados fragrances, it's somewhat justifiable that you can just go ham on the trigger and reapply all the time. But when you're spending over $100 for a fragrance that doesn't last that long, and it's still a designer, that's where it gets kind of tricky. In your opinion, do girls prefer Invictus or Ultramale, or do you get similar reactions? I would say this, in terms of like abundance of compliments, I would definitely say Invictus has been the winner, more specifically Invictus Aqua for me. But in terms of, like really good reactions, I would say Ultramale definitely. Especially in the fall, like the upcoming weather right now, perfect for Ultramale. And I'm actually pretty upset because I swapped my bottle, so I don't have it, but I'm gonna buy it back shortly just because this weather is cooling off, and it's in this weather, it's an amazing fragrance. And as far as overall reactions go, it's one of the best. And in my opinion, it's one of the more unique designers. The pear and everything, and I don't know, it's really nice. So I would definitely say if you're looking for just a ton of compliments, a ton of attention, I would say might want to play it more safe and go with Invictus, but Ultramale does have a little bit more of a unique, attention-grabbing smell because it's something that she probably hasn't smelled as often as Invictus. Kind of depends, but yeah, it's really kind of up to you. Jazz Club is my favorite from Mason Margiela. Nice. I haven't tried Jazz Club. That was one that I did plan on splitting at some point. I've heard it's kind of compared to the one, but again, I haven't smelled it. Is Versace Dylan Blue as versatile as Versace Pour Homme? I would say definitely. And because of the performance and because of like the incense and some of the heavier notes, it could almost be, in my opinion, more versatile. I know Pour Homme is pretty much as versatile as it gets as far as men's fragrances, but you know, performance isn't the best. But with Dylan Blue, it performs really good. It's got some heavier notes to where it could hold up better in cooler weather. And if I were to pick which one to buy, I would probably pick Dylan Blue just because, you know, obviously, yeah, it is, but, you know, it's going to be more versatile, and you'll probably end up getting your money's worth out of it more so than Pour Homme. But I do really like Versace Pour Homme as well. Durham O is much better, in my opinion, over Prada L'Homme. Yeah, I feel the same way. You know, not only smell wise, but again, like I said earlier, price point, it's cheaper, it's easier to get, performs really good. It was out first, so yeah, definitely I would have to agree. But again, both are great fragrances. Can't really go wrong with either of them. Am I the only person here who didn't like Armaf La Nuit? Not sure if I should give it another try, but it smells nothing like Creed as far as my nose is concerned. I haven't tried La Nuit, unless you're talking about Club de Nuit. But yeah, Armaf La Nuit, I have no idea. I gotta go, cool stream. You should do this more often, once a month at least. Yeah, I will try to do this more often for sure. Surprised to see so many people are here at like midnight. It's 12:30 here where I am. Like I said, just have a bunch of decanting to do, so I figured might as well go live while doing it. But yeah, I'll definitely do this more often. Once a week would be kind of fun, but I'm not sure how many people will be up for a weekly live stream. But yeah, just you guys had to let me know. I like La Nuit after 20 minutes, then it's close to Aventis. Yeah, if you're talking about Club de Nuit, then yeah, after 20 minutes it gets closer, but yeah, the opening is it's a little rough. CH Man or CH Man Privé. Personally, I like I like the original one better. There's just something about it, that grassy, sugary leather, just amazing. It's one that again blew me away when I first smelled it just recently, and you know that hasn't happened to me in a while as far as fragrances go. So I would choose the original CH Men, but Privé is really good too. Why is it that work sense is always towards white collar jobs? Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I mean, when you hear people talk about office fragrances and, you know, you never really hear people talk about scents for if you're working, you know, outdoors and things like that. I don't know. I guess it's maybe because most of the fragrance community people are working office job. Yeah, I don't know. What are my top three in my collection? Um, I had to say probably Aventis, Elysium, and probably, oh, I don't know. That's tough. Aventis, Elysium, and then probably Baccarat Rouge 540. That's probably my top three right now. My collection. They're all niche, but you know, they're all superstars for me. I mean, all three of those are extremely versatile. They all perform good. Um, yeah, it's just definitely would probably be my top three. For me, it's Grand Soir, Fahrenheit Parfum, and Oud Satin Mood. Nice. Really good picks there. Have yet to try Oud Satin Mood, but it is on the list. Heard it's extremely strong stuff. Which one do you prefer most between La Nuit de l'Homme or Dior Sauvage? It's kind of tough because they're, you know, so different. Um, Sauvage is great as far as versatility and performance and everything like that. But La Nuit is, you know, in my opinion, one of the best date fragrances. So it really depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for like an intimate date fragrance or night out fragrance or, you know, dinner fragrance or whatever, um, La Nuit definitely. But if you're looking for something versatile all year round for pretty much anything, then Sauvage. Have I smelled CH Men's Sport? I have not. I was actually close to picking up a bottle back in the Notino days because they had it for like $30 for 100 mil. But I've heard it's actually not that good at all. Like, I've heard, you know, all the Fragrantica reviews were pretty bad. I think I heard a couple of the reviewers say it was awful, so I've never tried it, but I'd be interested to try it. Have you tried Rasasi Shura? If so, what's your thought? I have not. I haven't even heard of it. I have no idea what it would smell like. I like the idea of a weekly live stream. I'd tune in for sure. Awesome, awesome. I'll try to see what I can do. Um, as long as enough people sound interested, so I'm not just talking to myself about random stuff on YouTube. That'd be great. I recently received Aventis in the mail and was wondering why am I not able to smell Aventis after 6 hours. Also, how many sprays do you do for Aventis since it's quite strong? So Aventis is very common to cause olfactory fatigue. So basically, after a while, your nose just kind of tunes it out, especially if you spray it like right here underneath your nose, like on your neck, just because of how the fragrance is as far as, you know, notes and everything like that. It's very, it's, you know, it's sharp, and it's also got, I don't know the exact perfume or science behind it, but basically it causes olfactory fatigue. And for me, I usually can't smell Aventis after like 30 minutes. Like, I'll spray it on and, you know, yeah, I won't be able to smell it after 30 minutes. And that's where most people, you know, judge it and say, oh, it lasts an hour. And that's not the case. It lasts, again, on me, over 12 hours. And the reason how I know that is because usually after a while of going olfactory fatigue to it, I will start to pick up whiffs later on. So go nose blind to it in a half hour, and it'll be like that for quite a while. But then after my nose is kind of adapted, maybe I've changed locations, I'll start to pick it up on my skin again. If there's like, you know, a breeze or something, or if someone walks by me and creates like a waft, I can smell it. So it really just comes down to your nose just tunes it out. And it's, you know, happens to me with Aventis, Sauvage, happens to me with Baccarat Rouge 540, um, Aqua Atlantique. I've noticed that happens to me with a lot of ambergris heavy fragrances. So maybe that could be the case. I have no, you know, like I said, I don't know the exact science behind it. Um, but yeah, just keep, you know, keep wearing it, keep testing it, get other people's, you know, feedback around you. And that's another thing is people will try to get their best or get their, you know, family's opinion if they can smell it and they can't smell it either. Well, that's probably because their family has olfactory fatigue too. If you've been in the same room or in the same, you know, distance as them, it can basically kill everyone's nose. So yeah, it's a tricky one, but it does last quite a while. Skin chemistry can be another thing, but it really just depends. Where do you buy your decant bottles um, to sell on eBay? So I buy 10 mils, 5 mils. I don't buy 8 mils, but I buy them all on eBay. There's this seller called Beauty Maxima, and I buy my 10 mils from them or her or whoever. Um, and I buy my 5 mils and my 2 mils from Amazon. They're like they come in a box that looks like this. Um, they're Elfinstall. That's the brand. And I like those just because you can get the Prime 2-day shipping. So yeah, eBay for the 10 mils and Amazon for everything else. But you can buy the 10 mils from Amazon. I just prefer the 10 mils I get from Beauty Maxima. See, Kyle said, dude, that's the same. Me after it, only 12 hours later, that I smell amazing, and that after being outside all day. Yeah, it's crazy. And what sucks is someone that really likes the smell. Like I'm sure you like the smell a lot as well, and it sucks when you can't smell it at all. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I've had compliments well after the 12-hour mark, and like I've said before, I've woken up the next day smelling it on myself. And a lot of times, even when I'd get in the shower the next morning, like the heat and steam from like the shower would wake it up again, and I'd be able to smell it. But I would say with the Ventus, it really needs heat to work best. Like when I'm at work and if I start really working up a sweat, I can instantly tell it's projecting more. That it's like just waking up off my skin and jumping off my skin. But it definitely needs heat to work its best, in my opinion. But yeah, maybe spray Aventis on chest instead could be better. Yeah, spray it on like your chest underneath your shirts or like the back of your neck, or maybe like on your arms. Just basically try to avoid like right here on your neck, under your nose, because that's when it'll kill your nose. So you are the best outdoor fragrance reviewer. Always like and appreciate the natural scenic you choose for your videos. Also, background musics are amazing. Keep on reviewing, brother. All the very best. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Would say the best outdoor reviewer is Bradley from Triple Ink because he kind of started that. But yeah, I appreciate it. What is your favorite among the Bulgari Aqua line? So my favorite, this is probably going to sound basic, but my favorite would probably be Atlantique in terms of I wear it the most. And that's just because it's super easy to wear and it performs on my skin, it performs the best out of all of them. And it's compared to Sauvage, it gets compared to Dylan Blue, but it's got that Bulgari Aqua DNA that makes it unique, and it sets it apart from Sauvage and from Dylan Blue and Blue de Chanel. And some of my best compliments has actually come from Atlantique. Believe it or not. It's crazy, but it works good. Is it worth it to buy 1 million Lucky? I'm wondering whether to buy 1 million Lucky or not. I haven't smelled it, so I can't, fully tell you whether or not it's worth it. I would just recommend that you just sample it, grab a sample of it so you don't blind buy it and dislike it. But I've heard it's just a very sweet fragrance. So if you're into super sweet fragrances, you'll probably like it, but I just play it safe and sample it. Best tobacco fragrance. As far as designers go, I would probably I would say as far as designers go, again, kind of a basic choice, but Dolce & Gabbana the one. That stuff super easy to wear. Again, it performs good on me. Might not perform good on everyone else, but yeah, for me, it performs great. It just a great fragrance all around. As far as niche goes, probably something. I guess it depends on uh, what you're looking for. You know, like I've said, like I've heard, Jazz Club is a good one. I haven't tried it. Um, Tobacco Oud, Tom Ford. I have that one and I really enjoy it. But it just depends. Is Acqua di Gio Profumo still one of your favorites? Uh, Believe it or not, I haven't worn Profumo in a long time. I wore it maybe 2 or 3 times over the summer, maybe 4 times, like total over the summer, which is crazy because, you know, last summer I wore it all the time. And I have 5 bottles of it at this point. And I just haven't worn it. I just haven't been reaching for it. I've been reaching for a lot more of my niche. I'll probably do like a video on all the fragrances I wore over the summer or something like that. But yeah, surprisingly, I haven't worn Profumo that much, but I still do recommend it to a lot of people. If you're looking for a fragrance that's extremely versatile, that performs good, um, that gets good attention, I still recommend it. But just for me, kind of got burnt out on it. 'Cause like I said, I did used to wear it all the time. But yeah, it's still, as far as the fragrance itself, it's still a great fragrance. Any fall colognes for teenagers? Definitely say Ultra Male, Versace Eros, Spice Bomb, um, Dolce Gabbana The One. Maybe go with something like CH Men Privé if you want to be a little bit more daring. I doubt people, you know, teenagers are going to be wearing CH Men Privé, um, which I still am a teenager, but I wear it. But I guess it depends on what age specifically. Younger teenagers, yeah, you know, those would be great. Um, if you're looking for something a little bit more, you know, dressy, maybe than something like Durham Intense or the regular Dior Homme. Again, I'd recommend you not to blind buy those just because they are specific smelling fragrances. They have iris, which is lipsticky kind of. But yeah, those would be great for fall. Where do I live? I live in Illinois, central Illinois, about 3 hours or so away from Chicago. So it's like a smaller town. 1 Million Lucky is super sweet. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Really, really sweet fragrance. So yeah, I guess it depends. If you're a fan of fragrances like that, then you'll probably like it. But I personally don't mind them. Like I would say, Ultra Male is definitely really sweet, but I love Ultra Male. So really depends. I'm sure I would like 1 Million Lucky. I just haven't got around to smelling it. There must be something wrong with me because I do not like the one. Yeah, I mean it's not for everyone. You know, I know few people who don't like the one just because they don't really like tobacco. They don't really like amber. Um, but that's, you know, it's so subjective. You know, um, if someone asks you one designer and one niche for your all around, which one would you suggest? So for my all around designer, um, I would probably go with Aqua Atlantique. Like I said, this one, this one's grown on me a lot. I wore it a lot over the past summer. As you can, I've decanted some of it, but I don't know if you can see, but I've also worn a lot of it. I have another bottle because I don't want to run out. But this would probably be my pick for designers. Um, in a close second would be Sauvage, just because of, again, how easy it is to wear and how great it performs. But I would probably go with this one mainly because of that uniqueness factor it has. It has an edge over Sauvage and over Dylan Blue as far as uniqueness goes. So yeah, I'd probably pick this one for my designer. Um, and for my niche, it would probably be Aventis. Um, you know, no surprise there. I do love Aventis. Um, for people who don't love Aventis, another good one that I would pick for my all-arounder for niche or from niche would be Elysium. Um, this is a great one. It gets compared to Aventis and to Bleu de Chanel and Sauvage, but it really doesn't smell like any of them. It's in kind of that similar category, and it essentially takes, specific notes from, each of those fragrances. So it does, take the ambergris or ambroxan from Sauvage, takes the grapefruit from Bleu de Chanel, kind of has a fruity opening and stuff like Aventis, but it really doesn't smell like either of them. Um, it's essentially, in my opinion, the Bleu de Chanel type of DNA, but perfected even more. It's got a lot of vetiver as well. And this is one of my favorites. It would probably be my close second if I was picking an all-arounder for niche, if I wasn't picking Aventis. Let's see. I might be the only person here who doesn't like Dolce & Gabbana. The one stuff just turns into honey on my skin. Yeah, like I said, I know a few people who don't like it, and again, it's a skin chemistry thing. Um, but yeah, Profumo Special Blend, I can tell the difference even through Carlos is the same. Yeah, there is a decent, it's, I wouldn't say a significant difference, but there is a difference. It's a little bit more spicy to my nose, a little bit more rich. Um, have kind of wish I would have bought a couple more bottles of it. Do you ever decant large flacons like the ones I see on your shelf? Would be interested in purchasing some, if so. So I have original Santal here, a 2010 batch. Got probably 100 or so mils, and I've got Virgin Island water, probably like, I don't know, 20 mils left in this one. Really don't decant them. Mostly saving the original Santal for myself. I've got a bottle of it too. I have the 2011 batch, my bottle, up for sale on eBay, or not the bottle, but decants for sale. So I'm decanting some of that, but mostly the flacon, I'm saving for myself. But at some point, I might, decant some, because I'm probably not going to go through 100 mils, 175 mils probably, maybe even 200 mils, combining the flacon and the bottle. So I might at some point. Parfums de Marley Leighton worth blind buying? I wouldn't blind buy it. Yeah. At that price, no, I wouldn't blind buy it. Is it a safe fragrance? Yeah, I still wouldn't blind buy it. And it's all right. Again, it's nothing that blows me away. I haven't purchased it just because it hasn't warranted a purchase for me. Opinion on Azara Wanted by Night. I haven't tried it. It's another one I have not tried. But from what I've heard, it's really good. I wasn't really the biggest fan of the original Wanted. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me. So, I'm sure I'd probably like Wanted by Night. I find the longer I'm in the fragrance game and the more I smell, the more I lean niche. Sold all my designers now. Do you find yourself heading the same way? Absolutely. And it's not, I don't want to consider myself a niche snob. I don't think I'll ever be a niche snob, but I do definitely see where you're coming from, and I am kind of starting to go that way. I've sold off quite a few of my designers already. I've narrowed it down to mostly, some of my favorite ones. And it's just because I get a lot more out of niche. I get a lot more enjoyment out of smelling them, out of trying them. I've also found that I love a lot more of these niche fragrances I'm trying compared to a lot of the designer fragrances that I just like. Like Dylan Blue, Sauvage. I like them, but there are certain niche fragrances that I love that are, 10 out of 10. that I really enjoy. And that's kind of, again, what has brought me back into the hobby. I have a lot more fun with it now because I'm trying fragrances that I really, really like. Whereas with, some of the designers I was buying, I just liked them just a little bit, and oh, they're good enough. But yeah, with the niche ones, certain ones, I really like them, and that's what makes it fun. Drop by near my boat when in season near the dunes. Will do, man. I'll stop in. What do you think about layering fragrances, mixing them in a decant together better? Um, I don't know if it would be better. I do have a decant of Aventis and virgin island water I mixed together, and I did that mainly just for ease of use because I can just put it in the decant, shake it up, and apply it um, when I went on vacation. But I don't actually know if that works better than just spraying them over top of each other. I haven't really experimented with that, so I don't know for sure. Um, but I do like layering certain fragrances, Aventis and virgin island water, Aventis and original Santal. I've heard layers together. Certain things like that definitely is nice to do. Have I tried Valentino Uomo Noir Absolute? I have actually. I have a sample of it right here, and it's really nice stuff. I haven't tried. I think there's. I don't know. Is there another new Uomo that came out? Maybe not. Maybe I'm mixing it up with Prada. But yeah, Noir Absolute. I really like this one. Um, there's like a prominent incense note. And it's really good stuff. I actually won a raffle for a partial bottle that I'll be getting soon, which is nice because I was probably going to buy it anyway. I think actually Fragrance Net was running really good deals on testers of it. I think for I don't know, $40, $50 for the 100 mil, some crazy good price considering it's a newer fragrance. But yeah, it's really good stuff. Do you know of any designer colognes that have a similar vibe to Creed Aventis? Um, as far as like in the same vibe, I would probably say, out of my collection, what leans the most similar is probably Sauvage. And I'm not comparing it as far as scent profile. They smell nothing alike, um, you know. But Sauvage is very piercing. It's very strong, and so is Aventis. So yeah, I would probably say Sauvage would be the closest in that type of category in my collection as far as designers. Um, and yeah, I mean, Sauvage gets me almost equally as good types of compliments as Aventis does. So it's definitely in that same category as far as just being really strong, piercing type of scent. Any funny stories from wearing fragrances? Ever have a girl get really, really into you since you smelled amazing? Yeah, a few times, mostly with Lana Wheat Delhomme. Had pretty interesting experience with that. Same with the one. I've worn the one on quite a few, mainly first dates, just because in my opinion, it's even more safe than but the one is kind of more of a traditional masculine scent, a little bit more safe in my opinion. So I usually wear that one on first dates. But yeah, both of those um, on dates have been pretty successful. And again, like Aventis, I've had some pretty good experiences with that. I've had people say that they could smell it like on their furniture when I left, like when I was just at their house, sitting on their furniture, they could smell it on their furniture the next day. Crazy stuff like that. But thoughts on Terre de Hermes? It's a good fragrance, great fragrance for office wear and stuff like that. Definitely really safe, easy to wear. Definitely a good one. I also like Eau Trace Fresh or Fresh. That's a good one for the summer. Ferragamo, Uomo, or L'Homme Ideal. Trying to remember if I've smelled. I haven't smelled Ferragamo Uomo, so I can't directly say. But I do like L'Homme Ideal, especially the EDP I just reviewed not too long ago. Did a couple splits on it, and that one was really good. But again, I can't speak on Uomo because I haven't smelled it. Which one is the best Aventis clone according to you? So if I had to choose what my favorite clone would be, it would probably be one of the Parfums Vintage. I would probably say Vanilla Intense. Yeah, they are expensive, but in terms of quality, in terms of performance, they knock all the other ones out of the water. So I would definitely say probably Vanilla Intense. The amped up vanilla makes it really good. How many sprays would you wear with a fragrance like Chanel Allure, Homme Sport, Eau Extreme to school? I would probably go with like maybe 2 to 3. I worked at school quite a bit, and I went with usually just 2. And I actually got compliments with that. I had this one time where these girls were walking behind me, and I was in front of them, and I had like 2 sprays of it on, and we were walking in the hallway, and like I could hear them saying like, "Oh, someone smells really good," and obviously I knew it was me. I didn't say anything, but that was just with 2 sprays, and mine is the EDP. Um, yeah, it is the EDP, and I get great performance from it. And again, sillage is very good. So yeah, I would say 2 to 3, kind of depending on your skin chemistry. Layer Royal Oud and Aventis. It's amazing. Oh, nice. Haven't heard too many people talk about that layer, but I'll have to try it. Sounds like it would be good. Valentino's latest is Valentino Uomo Noir Absolute. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, it is really good stuff. Which one would be the best summer cheapy? Um, let's see. Probably the best summer cheapy, in my opinion, probably Versace Eau Fresh. And it depends on what you consider a cheapy. I mean, you can get that for like $20 to $30. To me, that's affordable enough. If you're looking for cheaper, then maybe Original Penguin Premium Blend. You can get 100 ml of this for like $20 on FragranceNet, like eBay and stuff. And it's really nice stuff. It's violet leaf, driftwood. It's a really good fragrance. It's one of the heaviest bottles in my collection. Um, it's really good stuff. Naxos and Harrods similar. I haven't actually smelled Naxos, so can't answer that. What would you prefer, the original Spice Bomb or Spice Bomb Extreme? I really like Extreme. It's, I mean, I don't want to say it's better, but it's a little bit. It's a change of pace. I mean, we've all smelled the original Spice Bomb. It's a great fragrance, but the Extreme is really good. It's definitely a change, and it's probably the one I would pick. It is a little bit more expensive. I don't know if it's on too many discounters, but I would probably say Extreme. Best seductive and safest date fragrance for casual and upscale wear. Um, I would probably say Dior Homme Intense. Um, you could probably go with Lana Wheat or the one. I Probably you could go with the 1 for sure. You could probably swing that upscale. But if I were to choose for, one of those, I would probably go with Durham Intense. It is very upscale because of the iris, but also kind of soft and powdery. It's got kind of, falls in the same category as Lana L'Homme as far as kind of a powdery scent. And it's a good date fragrance. So I'd probably go Durham Intense. Penguin is good. Yeah, it is good stuff, especially for the price. Is it better than Valentino Uomo Intense? I wouldn't say, I mean, I prefer it over Uomo Intense, but I wouldn't say it's better. Uomo Intense is probably a little bit more wearable. It's a little bit more kind of fresh to my nose. Um, so I prefer Durham Intense, but I don't want to say it's better. I'd almost say they're kind of, both for different situations. So it really depends. Uomo Intense is probably the safer of the two. Let's see. If I already have Prada L'Homme, would it be redundant to buy Durham O? I would probably say it would, just because they are pretty similar. I mean, I would say it would be redundant. I don't really think there's a need to own both, unless you're a collector who would want to own both. But yeah, if you already have Prada L'Homme, I would just skip Durham O. Um, unless you end up liking it better. In that case, you can, keep them both. But yeah, I wouldn't think it would be necessary to own both of them. Have you heard about Versace Eros Flame? I have. Yep. Um, looking forward to trying it. The notes look interesting. It's hard to tell what exactly it's going to smell like by just looking at the notes, but it does look interesting. I'm probably going to buy it when it becomes available, review it and stuff like that. What do I think about Thierry Mugler cologne? I really like it in terms of scent. It's a great scent, but it just didn't perform on me like at all. I'm talking like a half hour and it would be gone. So I got rid of it. But Creed Original Vetiver smells very similar and it performs better. So I would choose Original Vetiver. Obviously, it is more expensive, but um, yeah. What batches do you got in those Aventis flacons? Neither of those flacons are Aventis. They're Original Santal and Virgin Island water. But my Aventis batches, I have 6 bottles now. I've got 17X01, 16H11, 16K11, 17N01, and I've got 2 mystery batches. Both are vintage. One of them is a 2010 batch, and I'm not sure what the other one is. Both the batch codes are rubbed off, so I have no idea. But yeah, I've got 6 total bottles, and then got a bottle of perfumed oil, Aventis perfumed oil, and that stuff is pretty nice. Top 3 fresh colognes. Probably go Versace Eau Fresh, Aqua Atlantique, and probably Invictus Aqua for designers anyway. That's probably what I would choose. Um, top 3 favorite scents, niche or designer. Let's see. So my top 3 niche would be Aventis, Elysium, excuse me, and Baccarat Rouge 540. My top 3 designers would be, uh, that's tough, Durham Intense. See, it would probably be Durham Intense, Lana Wheat, and probably CH Men, the original CH Men. Got my Parfums Vintage X Patch in today. Gotta say, I like it better than Sauvage. I own Sauvage and I really like it, but it does not, or it does give me a minor headache, like on people after smelling. Got almost no Ventus in my nose though from X Patch is the opening. Nice. I actually haven't tried X Patch, but heard it's pretty good. Just heard it doesn't last the longest, but I don't know. I haven't tried it. Lana Weed versus Dolce by the One both got performance problems. If the date isn't getting close to you, any other fragrances you would suggest that just better and longer? Probably. That's the thing, is it's kind of hard to say because you almost need like a happy medium. You don't want it to sit too close to the skin, but you also don't want it to project too much. I would say maybe Fève Delicieuse by Dior, private collection. That would be a good one. I'd probably go with something like Baccarat Rouge 540 or Aventis myself, but maybe Durham Intense. I'd say one of those. I mean, you can spray on enough of Lana Wheat or the one and have them smell you. When I wore Lana Wheat on dates, I went with like 5 sprays and that was plenty. So you can usually make it work if you wanted to. One of the best leather fragrances. I really don't own too many leather fragrances. Kind of depends on what you're looking for. CH Men Privé is probably one of the easiest to wear. Well, I don't know, one of the safest leather fragrances, I guess, for designers. CH Men Privé. Durham Parfum has a lot of leather in it, but that's kind of hit or miss for some people. Petite Maton or Silver Mountain Water. Probably Silver Mountain Water just because it performs better. And it's a little more versatile in my opinion. Petite Maton is great, very nice citrus, but doesn't really perform the best, and you can really only wear it spring and summer. Whereas Silver Mountain Water, I feel like you can pull off more throughout the year. Please make a video on fragrances that give the best value. Okay, I can do that. Do you think it'll be redundant to pick up Jazz Club even though I have the one EDP because I hear they are kind of similar? I don't actually know because I haven't tried Jazz Club, but I have heard the same, that they are similar. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Any situation you can wear ultra male other than clubbing or party? Yeah, I feel like you could wear it just out. I mean, if you're going out shopping or if you're, doing whatever, going out to dinner, I feel like you could wear it. I feel like I would wear it on a date. Now, you'd have to be careful. You wouldn't want to spray too much because it is extremely strong. It's very sweet. But like one spray on a date, I feel like it would do great. Weddings, yeah, that'd be interesting if you wore it to a wedding. How close does Pineapple Vintage Vanilla Intense smell compared to Aventis? It's pretty close. Again, the vanilla in it is a lot more amped up compared to most batches of Aventis, so that gives it a little bit of a unique edge. But yeah, it's pretty close. It performs great too. Opinion on Amber Nuit. I haven't tried it, so I can't tell you. Jazz Club is a fantastic one for date night, especially if you like the one is a refined niche version of the one. Nice. So yeah, it doesn't sound like they would be too redundant. Like I said, I personally want to get Jazz Club at some point. Um, do you think adding lotion before you spray will make it smell longer? It should in most cases because you're moisturizing your skin, and then that kind of creates like a barrier between the fragrance in your skin. So if you have like dry skin, when you spray the fragrance on your skin, basically just soaks it up right away. Whereas if you use a lotion and like you moisturize, um, the fragrance will sit on your skin, and then it'll project more. It should last longer. Opinion on pure malt. It's a good one. It's a really good one for winter, for fall, and affordable too. It's like $50 for 100 mil. So it's definitely a good one. You tried any of the Tom Ford fragrances? If so, how's the performance? I'm not sure if you're talking about private blends or the regular, but I've tried a few of their private blends: Tobacco Oud, Oud Wood, Costa Azura, Bois, or I don't know, Fougère d'Argent. I was talking about earlier, and all of them performed pretty good. I know like the blue bottle ones, like the Mandarino di Amalfi and stuff like that, they don't perform the best. I get pretty good performance from Costa Azura. I get really good performance from Tobacco Oud. I get good performance from Oud Wood. So for the most part, I would say they perform pretty good. Again, aside from the blue bottle, citrus-based ones, those don't perform the best. Have you noticed any changes in your frags, keeping them in the light like that? I've been wanting to display mine, but paranoid. Yeah, I mean, mine have been fine. Um, just lighting like this is okay, but natural light is what hurts them. So you wouldn't want to keep them um, where sun is going to be shining in through the window. And then another big thing is temperature fluctuation. So definitely don't want to keep them in your bathroom. You just don't want to keep them in a place where temperature is going to be going up and down all the time. But yeah, I mean, mine have been fine where they are. Have you sniffed Story Green by Jax Bogart? How close is this one to Ultramale, La Nuit de l'Homme? I have not. Haven't heard of it, so I couldn't tell you. Top three best fragrances that a senior kid would wear in school to get reactions. I probably just go with the basics. Sauvage. Um, yeah, I know Sauvage, Chanel Allure, Sport Eau Extreme, Aqua Atlantique. I just go with the basics, honestly. When it comes to getting compliments and stuff, you don't need to drop a bunch of money on niche to get that done. Um, Thanks, bro. Probably gonna pick some up to avoid eating into my Aventis. Reserve that for special occasions. Vanilla note and Aventis is my favorite too, so that's good to hear. Yeah, definitely the vanilla and vanilla intense is amazing. Um, and I've been wearing it quite a bit. It's great stuff. Which one projects and lasts longer, D&G the one or Lana Wheat? I don't know. On me, about the same. Um, yeah, I would say about the same on me. Maybe the one might last a little bit longer on me. Um, but for the most part, I would say on my skin about the same. One thing I will do with them is spray them on my clothes, and that makes them last even longer. So that's something you could do. So you demand. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Glad I can help you guys out. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Take a few more questions or whatever, and then I'll probably call it a night. Um, and I'll probably do another one of these soon. Let's see, it's Friday now. Maybe I'll do one in the middle of next week or something, or next Friday or next Thursday, maybe. My favorite cologne is just the original YSL Loam. Any recommendations similar to that? If you're wanting something that smells similar to it, I really couldn't tell you. I haven't really smelled anything that smells similar to it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you don't have La Nuit, I would definitely get La Nuit because it's like the perfect nighttime version of that fragrance. But yeah, I mean, Loam is great. I mean, it's, in my opinion, one of the best fragrances for men. Just like it's just a gentleman's classic. Um, think of anything I would say would be comparable to it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really think of anything. But yeah, Loam is just great. It's just super easy to wear. Just smells like a gentleman. Should try to get your nose on Coach OG. Tried them both in Old Platinum and preferred the original. Yeah, I'll get my nose on it at some point. I think Fragrance Net carries it for a good price, so I'll probably get it. I've gotten a lot of compliments from Club de Nuit. How much better is Aventis? I mean, if you're looking for just compliments, Club de Nuit gets it done. But in terms of quality, in terms of performance, even, Aventis is superior. But I mean, again, for price point, if you're just looking to get compliments, looking for something easy to wear, then Club de Nuit gets it done. But for me, I like Aventis just because the scent profile, the quality, the performance. Best Heaven fragrance. I don't know. I something maybe Grand Soir MFK that kind of comes to mind because it's very soft, elegant type of fragrance. Or you could go with something like By Killian Straight to Heaven. I mean, that would be fitting because of the name. Um, Night man, I've got a dental appointment in the morning. Time to go to sleep too. We'll keep up the good time. Appreciate it, man. Good luck at the dentist. YSL Loam Sport is very similar with a nice twist. Nice. I haven't tried Sport. Haven't tried a lot of the Loam flankers, but I need to. What do I think of Lalique Encre Noir Lay Extreme? I've just ordered some. Haven't tried it. Haven't tried really any of the Lalique fragrances, but I'm sure it's good because I have heard good things about pretty much all of them. How to load a flacon into a decant. Pretty much the easiest way is just to use a pipette. Just use a regular pipette. Take the cap off and just decant it into your decant. And the caps are kind of weird. They just kind of sit on there, and you pull them off. But yeah, just use a pipette. You can syringe it out or pipette it out. Yeah, pretty easy and a lot easier to decant out of those than out of the bottles. Vintage La Nuit is the kitty's titties. I agree, man. Definitely agree. Myrrh Taka by Joe Malone is dope. Yeah, that's the other one I was talking about earlier. That I wanted to try along with wood sage and sea salt and the oud and bergamot or whatever. Myrrh Taka. Definitely want to try that. Do I like the original Eau Sauvage? I do. I do like it. I have a sample of it, but I don't really wear it just because, it's, I don't know, I just never really find, a time to wear it. But as far as scent goes, I do like it. It's definitely a classic. Hi from Italy. What do you think about the new Versace Eros Flame? Have you tried it? I have not. As far as I know, it's not available in the US. But the second it is, I do plan on grabbing it at retail, which is going to suck, but got to do what you got to do. Thoughts on Colognes Alexandria Dua? I've come to appreciate them more. Like a lot of the Alexandrias I have are really good, interpretations. And a lot of the Alexandrias I have, I wouldn't say are spot on clones. And that's what I like about them. They put their own twist on the fragrance, and I like that. But, they're good I like to use them just so I can conserve my actual fragrance. But yeah, I think they're great. Why don't you do a video with your mom's faves? Funny thing is I've wanted to, but she doesn't want to be on camera. Otherwise, I definitely would. But is it possible for one person to smell something totally different from the same fragrance? Like one person can smell leather and one person smells tobacco. I would say so. I mean, I don't know. I guess everyone's interpretation of different notes are different. So yeah, I would say that's possible. Because I know for some people, like their nose will like tune out certain notes where they can't pick up certain notes at all. And that's just kind of something that happens. So yeah, I would say that could happen. Body chemistry can alter fragrances. Yeah, that's another one. Skin chemistry and things like that can completely change how it smells. How do I afford these fragrances? Mainly splitting. Rarely do I pay out of pocket for these now. When I first started out, I did. But now that I've built up a collection, I just decant and split, sell bottles, sell decants, and pretty much just do it that way. I tried Koros the other day, and literally it took my breath away in the worst possible way. Please get your nose on it just for the experience. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I think it would be fun for me to get it and just do like a first impressions, like live video. Because I have heard yeah. I'll get my nose on it. I'll try to grab a sample of it at some point and do like first impressions video on it. That'd be pretty funny. Let's see, oldest fragrance I have. Probably probably my bottle of Virgin Island water. It's a 2008 batch. Excuse me. Yeah, probably this bottle 2008. The fragrance itself is still fine as long as you store them properly. They'll last pretty much a lifetime. It's like taking your first shot of whiskey. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'll try to get a sample of it at some point. So, if anyone has any last minute questions, feel free to let me know. It's 1:30 here. Probably gonna hit the bed soon. The oldest fragrance made. That I don't know off the top of my head. Um, I know Baccarat Rouge 540 or Baccarat Rouge dates way back, and then this new is kind of like a reinterpretation of it. So I don't know if that would count. My bottle of Green Valley just recently got this came out in '99, so that's relatively old. Um, but yeah, off the top of my head, I can't really think of oldest made. My CD&IM bottle smells different from when I first got it. It was smoky at first, but now it's all sweet. Only happened. Um, I'm not sure, man. It could be. I mean, I don't know how long you've had it. Could be that it just started to age a little bit, started to mature a little bit. Now that more air is in the bottle, because you said it's half full. Um, but it could also be that just like your nose is changing. Over time, the more fragrances you smell and stuff like that, the more experienced your nose gets. So it could kind of change how you smell it. Um, what fragrance releases do you look forward to? Um, it's a good question, honestly. I am curious to see what's going to happen with Aventis Cologne. I wouldn't say I'm really looking forward to it though, just because it doesn't sound like it's going to be that much different than what it already is. I'm more or less just looking forward to seeing how it's going to get hyped up and everyone's going to be, you know, paying a bunch of money for it. Um, but I was looking forward to, or I still am looking forward to, I guess, Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Now it's hitting the U.S. market. People are grabbing bottles. So I'll probably get a sample of that because it sounds unique. It sounds like it's going to be similar to what fucking Fabulous is, as far as obviously it is very expensive, but it's also probably going to be a polarizing one. So I'm curious to try that one. Make a video with three or four fragrances that can cover 1 year, serving all purposes, and that's cost within $100. Okay, I can do that. Um, can definitely do that. Yeah, I probably will hate Koros. Kind of excited to try it now. Yeah, Koros really does smell like urinal cake. Yeah, I mean, now I have to try it, right? I think Aventus Cologne might be the batch of Aventus that everyone asked for. Could be. I mean, hopefully it's good. Um, rather than seeing a lighter version of it, I'd rather see a more, dense version of it, something with more depth. But I mean, I don't know. It might end up being really good. Guess we'll have to see. I'm curious about, the batch variation with that now. If there's going to be a huge variation, like mint and stuff, because I know that's like supposed to be an added note. I heard some about mint, but I don't know. I wish they put the smoke back in Aventus. See, that's what you think they would have done with this is instead of releasing a cologne, they would have released an extrait or something that had more smoke, but I don't know. I want to smell like a man, not like a fruity little boy. Yeah. Yeah. The smoke in Aventus is what made, that's what made Aventus was that smoke. So yeah, it sucks that they have to water it down essentially to what it is now. Strongest fragrance I know. As far as ones that I've tried, probably probably Baccarat Rouge 540. That stuff is crazy strong on my skin. But just like off the top of my head that I know that I haven't tried would probably be Oud Satin Mood from MFK. Like I've heard, that like half a spray is like all you need with that. I haven't tried it, so I don't know, but when will you get your hands on A Lemon Mint by Mancera? At some point I will. Probably not anytime soon just because we're kind of getting into cooler months. But I plan on getting that along with lemon line or lemon line. Probably gonna get those two next spring and summer. 'Cause I actually have a sample of lemon line, and that stuff is really good. Um, your top 2 fragrance websites you use and trust and buy full bottles from. Ones I use, Fragrance Net, and either Max Aroma or Fragrance X, whatever. Those are your best bets. Again, Fragrance Net shipping sucks, but typically they have the best prices, and it's kind of a give or take. You can go with Fragrance Net and save yourself some money, or you can maybe spend a little bit more money at Fragrance X or at Max Aroma, but get it a lot quicker. So it's really up to you. A lot of times I'm not in a hurry to get fragrances because I have so many coming in that I just go with Fragrance Net and wait a week for it. Have I smelled Leighton? I have smelled Leighton, and it's nice. And I think it's a great starter niche fragrance if you're looking to get into niche. Definitely, that would be a great place to start. Want your impressions of Pasha D, Cartier Edition Noir, and Edition Noir Sport? I'll to check them out for sure. Have yet to try them. I haven't smelled Aventis in a long time. Been rolling with Club de Nuit Intense Man. Smells like very smoky. Does have more of a smoke and kind of like a woody depth to it. Herod or Leighton? I would go with Herod. Definitely Herod for me, just because it's a little bit more niche, I would say. I mean, Leighton is good, but it's, kind of leans designer. And for that price, I'd rather go with Herod because it's, a little bit more unique. Fragrance Net is totally awesome. Bought 10 fragrances for less than 400. Yeah, definitely have, probably the best prices, at least that I'm aware of, on discounters. Then if you spend enough money, you can get the free shipping, and then to upgrade to the premium shipping is like an extra $3. So that's a lot better. They're free shipping. Like if you buy something for $20 and go with, or actually, I don't even think, do they have a free shipping under the price limit? I don't even remember now. I don't think they do they? All I know is their first, their slowest shipping method is what takes forever. But if you upgrade to the second one, that's a little bit better. Once you spend like over, I think like $60 or something like that. But they do have something going on right now, like Google Express. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but if you type in the name of the fragrance in Google and, the shopping tab, if you click on the one that has Google Express and the Fragrance Net link, it takes you to the Google Express page, and you can get a 20% off on top of the 37% from Fragrance Net, and it ends up being a really good deal. Like just tonight, I bought a 200 ml bottle of MFK Aqua Vitae for like 120 bucks. And that's a steal for a 200 ml. Normally the 70 mils go for that price, on discounters. So It is a one-time use thing, like the code is one-time use. But yeah, if you guys haven't tried that, definitely check that out. Virgin Island water or original Santal? Um, I would probably say, I mean, they're both quite different, but I would say original Santal just because of versatility. I mean, Virgin Island water is probably the most unversatile fragrance I own. I mean, it's really for me only a summer fragrance, period. Um, just because of it, it smells like a tropical pina colada type of scent, really only suitable for summer. Original Santal you can swing in a lot more situations, fall and winter, things like that. Um, but I do like both. I do like Virgin Island water a lot. It's just I can't wear it that often. I just did that for Lana Wee Edition Art for 60. Awesome. I was really close to buying one of those. Um, and again, I just waited too long and they're like pretty sure it's sold out now. Um, but yeah, that's a great price. Have you tried By Killian Straight to Heaven? Is the cedar in it similar to Royal Oud? I love the cedar in Royal Oud. Um, Let me look because I know I have a sample of a couple By Killians up here. No, I have not tried it. I've tried Apple Brandy and I've tried Back to Black, but I haven't tried Straight to Heaven, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, the cedar in Royal Oud is really good. And I would say Royal Oud is kind of similar to Creed Spice and Wood if you smelled that. It's has a lot of cedar in it as well. I do prefer Spice and Wood, but it doesn't perform really that well on me at all. And it's also like twice the price. But yeah, that one's a good one. Is there a vanilla oud fragrance that I know of? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Um, I'm sure there are tons out there. Um, well, actually, I do know one, Mancera Oud Vanille. That's a really good oud and vanilla fragrance. Mostly vanilla I got from that, but oud is present. And unfortunately, I did sell my bottle. I am regretting it. Probably going to buy it again, but yeah, Mancera Oud Vanille. That's a really good one. So I have Aventis, Green Irish Tweed, and Himalaya. What other creeds are versatile? I would probably say Silver Mountain Water. That one's pretty versatile. And that's really about it, I would say. I mean, as far as all year round ones go, yeah, and Original Vetiver, that's another good one. Um, yeah, I would say those are probably your best bet. Royal Water is actually a really good one that's slept on. I wouldn't say it's all that versatile, mainly more of a spring and summer fragrance just because it's lighter, kind of citrus. Um, but yeah, I would say those three you have, and then add in Silver Mountain Water and then Original Vetiver. And another good one, Royal Mayfair. I'm actually not the hugest fan of it. I have a sample. I'm trying to like it because it is really cheap right now. Like you can pick up like 120 ml bottles of Royal Mayfair for like around 120 or $130 I've seen. So I've been close to buying it multiple times. I just haven't just because I don't really like it that much. But it is a scent that would be very versatile. Oh, and then Royal Oud, yeah. I completely looked over Royal Oud. It's covered up by my Original water bottle. And then Viking, that's another good one. It is expensive, but Viking for sure, definitely very versatile, and it's one of my favorite creeds. Damn, bro, still going on with this live stream. Yeah. It always seems like time flies when I do these. I don't know why. Have you tried Le Labo's Rose 31? That frag used to be a monster performer. Seems weaker. It's been reformulated. That was an awesome cedar fragrance. I have not, no. The only Le Labo fragrance I've tried is Bergamot. Bergamot, whatever it is. And I like it, but I haven't tried Rose 31. Excuse me. Fragrance that smells like fruit punch. Like mango, watermelon, orange, grapes, cantaloupe, strawberries. I feel like I was just thinking about that the other day. Let's see, what do we got? Possibly, I wouldn't say this necessarily smells like fruit punch, but Mancera Sicily, one of my favorite citruses of all times. It's really, really good. I don't know. Slight fruit punch vibe with Mancera Sicily. I wouldn't say full on fruit punch, but it's got a ton of citrus notes in it. Very juicy, very authentic. And this stuff lasts a long time. This is like one of my strongest fragrances ever, and it's a citrus fragrance. So this would be one I would say. Let's see. I feel like there was another fragrance I was just thinking about the other day. That's very fruity. Mancera Lemon Lime. Very heavy on the lemon, so that could be kind of a really fruit punchy type scent. But yeah, I would say one of those. My 17Q11 batch of Aventis, yeah, that's a fruit bomb. My 16K11 could probably be slotted in there as well. It's having a ton of fruit, especially apple right off the top. Just realized I've gotten like none of my decanting done. I was gonna decant and kind of talk to you guys, but I got distracted and I got like 3 decants done. Oh well. How does apple brandy perform? It's kind of hard to say. I only really sprayed it on myself once. I just have a small little sample. I just sprayed on myself once to test, but I really didn't get like a full wearing to judge performance, so I couldn't tell you. But the smell alone is this is really good stuff, guys. This is really good stuff. Reminds me of fall, just fall. Like when I first smelled it, instantly just thought of like just the cold, cool weather, like leaves on the ground, fall. So definitely a really good smell. But yeah, I don't know performance right now. Was there a Creed fragrance that you regret buying? To be honest, no, not really. All of my Creeds have been pretty successful. I had Himalaya at one point and I sold it. That's another one of those things where now I want to buy it again. But yeah, I mean, I like all of them, to be honest with you. All of them are easy to wear. They don't all perform that great. I would say my only really good performing Creeds are Aventis, Viking, Original Santal, and maybe Silver Mountain Water. Those are probably my best performing Creeds. The rest are just okay. But yeah, I haven't regretted any of them. I hated Viking when I blind bought it, but it's really grown on me. Reminds me of a better, more refined version of classic Old Spice. Definitely agree with you there. Um, I was actually pretty impressed when I first got it. I was expecting not to like it, but I got such a good deal on it, I bought it anyway. But yeah, I definitely agree with the Old Spice thing. It's that classic kind of, I don't want to say old man, but a classic mature smell, but modernized in a way. And I really like it a whole lot. If it wasn't for the price and if it wasn't for the fact that people are trying to compare it to Aventis, I think people would like it a lot more. But because it's expensive and because for whatever reason people try to compare it to Aventis, it gets hated on. That sounds awesome. I'll have to get over to Saks and try out apple brandy. Definitely, definitely try it out. It's really good stuff. I'd buy a bottle of it, but it's out of my reach right now. And I also get Monster Performance from Viking. Yeah, so do I. Surprisingly, I get really good performance out of it, which is part of the reason why I like it so much, I guess. I do really like the smell, but it also performs really good, which is kind of unknown for creeds, because most creeds don't, perform the best. Or the reverse, where you didn't think you would like it, but ended up loving it. Really underestimated Green Irish Tweed. It's a good question. I would say Viking would be one. I really didn't think I was going to like it, but I do really like it. Um, Also, I would say probably Silver Mountain Water, because you hear a lot of people talk about like this inky type of note, and they made it sound like it was bad. And I bought it and kind of wasn't expecting a whole lot, and I really like Silver Mountain Water, and I really like that inky vibe that it has. So yeah, I would say for me probably Viking and Silver Mountain Water. You should layer Gucci, Guilty, Absolute, and Koros. Oh, that would be the opposite of a panty dropper. That would be something else, man. I mean, that'd be a good way if I wanted to, you know, have all the seats to myself on like a public bus or something. What's your favorite YSL La Nuit alternative? Honestly, man, are you talking about like fragrances that smell similar to it, or like just fragrances I would choose over it? Because I don't really know of any that smell similar. People compare it to F Black, which I really like this fragrance. I know some people don't, say it smells like baby powder or something. I really like this stuff a lot. I really don't compare it too much to Lana Wheat, um, so I wouldn't say this. Same vibe. Yeah, I don't know, man. To be honest, I really don't know of too many. I guess you could say this is kind of in that same vibe. It's powdery, kind of has a similar thing going on, but this one is way more masculine. It's got a lot of lavender. So I guess you could say F Black maybe. It's also like $20. It's one of my favorite cheapies. So yeah, I would probably say that honestly. There's really not too many fragrances that come close to, the scent of it. But as far as date fragrances go, the one definitely, CH Men Privé, that would be another one. Durham Intense, that could be kind of in the same vibe. It's powdery. Y'all need to try Penaude, Penod Clubman Aftershave. It's like $6 and I get a ton of coffee. I'll definitely try it, man. If it's $6, yeah. I'll actually Google it right now so I don't forget. Yeah, I'll try it for sure. at Walgreens. Nice. And I just found it on Amazon. Yeah, $6.56. I'll try it out, man. Would you buy a Creed or any niche fragrance from Fragrance Net or Max Aroma or Forever Luxe? Thinking about getting Silver Mountain Water, but don't know if I should go for the sites or just wait and order from Creed. I would definitely don't buy at retail. I've bought Creeds from Fragrance Net before. I don't think I bought Creeds from Max Aroma. I know I haven't bought from Forever Luxe. I've never bought from them, but I have bought a few Creeds from Fragrance Net, and they've all been fine. All are legit. And if they weren't, for whatever reason, if it's not legit, then you'll be able to get your money back easily. But again, they don't sell fakes. I mean, they've been around for so long. If they were caught selling fakes, it would pretty much be game over for them, and they're not going to do that. So yeah, I would just buy it from Fragrance Net. Thoughts on Tommy Bahamas? I actually really like Tommy Bahamas. I've got, oh, let's see. Got a couple right here. Got St. Bart's. I've got Island Life. I would say St. Bart's is probably my favorite. People compare it to Virgin Island Water, and it's in like a similar type of genre, but completely different. And I don't want to say I prefer this over Virgin Island Water, but I really do like it a lot. I wear this a ton in the summer. This is one of my go-to summer vacation scents, just because it is so easy to wear. It's cheap. I usually, when I wear it, I just load myself down with it. I spray, my skin. I spray my shirts. I'll even use this as like, to spray my towels and stuff, just because it smells good and it's cheap. But yeah, I really like this. Then Island Life is a really good one too. Very nice smell. And I got both of these from Fragrance Net for like $20. So they're definitely really good fragrances. Kind of similar to John Varvatos, where the smell is really good. They're really affordable, but they don't really last the longest. But again, I'm okay with it. I'll just load myself down with them, carry a decant or whatever. Have I tried St. Kitts? I have. I don't own it, but I have tried it. Kind of almost has like a similar like vibe to Versace Eau Fresh. Not like completely the same, but kind of in that same ballpark. And yeah, I like it. Again, performance lacks with it, so I usually reach for Versace Eau Fresh over it. But yeah, it's a good one. Got Mark. Can you discuss Creed Aventis batch variations? Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, I definitely could. I mean, I'm not the best person for that though. Don't own that many batches, but we can talk about the Aventis Cologne. Do you think Feb de Use is worth a blind buy? I love the notes in your review about it. Thanks, bro. No, not a blind buy. Definitely do not blind buy it. I love the scent. I love it a lot, but I do not blind buy it just because I know some people who hate it. I know some people who kind of dislike it. Um, it's very powdery. Gets compared to like a baby powder smell. Um, Again, I personally love it. I think it's a masterpiece, but at that price point, I would not blind buy it. it's too expensive for a blind buy and to work to to risk not liking it. So like I said, it retails like 220 for that smaller bottle size, and you could resell it and you know get some of your money back, but I would just grab a sample of it. You tried Durham Parfum, it's my favorite, got 2 bottles, but can't find any more anywhere. Yeah, I, did have 2 bottles as well, but I actually just sold my backup. I've got let's see, this is all I have left of my 1 bottle. You can see not very much. Um, I really just don't find myself reaching for it much. Um, it's very strong stuff. It's not very versatile. I prefer Durham Intense over it now, just simply for wearability. But it's really good stuff. Performance said. What do you think about fragrance primers? Have you tried them? I have not actually tried any, mainly just because I get lucky with all of my fragrances. I get good performance out of them. Um, but from what I've heard, they do tend to work pretty good. I think I know in like if you're in the Facebook groups, Based Arts by John Zimmerman is a good fragrance primer that a lot of people use that you can get directly from him. I haven't tried it, but from what I've heard, it's really good. Did you get the stay up all night idea from Imagine Scent? I did see his live stream. I don't plan on staying up all night though. Like I said, I just got a ton of decanting to do, so I figured I'd just go live, talk to you guys while doing it. But like I said, I haven't gotten anything done except for 2 or 3. Aside from Aventis and Green Irish Tweed, what other creed could be blind buy worthy? Probably Millesime Imperial, definitely. One of Millesime Imperial is probably the safest creed there is, or one of the safest creeds. Um, Also, maybe I would say, oops, Erolfa as well. This one's slept on a lot. You don't hear too much about Erolfa. A lot of people talk about like Virgin Island Water or Millesime Imperial over this one, but I actually really like this one a whole lot. This is one of my favorites. Wore it a ton over the summer, mostly on vacation. This is a great one. This uh, really reminds me a lot of just being just out on the water. It's got this salty like smell to it, like this ocean breeze, salty smell to it. This is really good. And if you're into scents like that, then you could probably blind buy this one and be okay. I blind bought it, but I pretty much blind buy everything. Subjective, but Silver Mountain Water is so underrated. I think it's blind buy worthy. Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, um, it's definitely a good one. Like I said, one of the better performing creeds, really versatile. Just wore it a few days ago. It's good stuff. Have you tried the House of Nejma? Nejma? My favorite is Nejma 6 and 7. Also, thank you for answering my question. I have not. No, I haven't even heard of them to be completely honest. But I'll have to check them out for sure. Do I ship my decants to Canada? I don't at the time. If you look on my eBay store, it's US only. But I do kind of plan on starting to ship to Canada and stuff like that. I probably will, as long as the buyer covers, the shipping price. I'll do it. But I haven't done it yet. Another amazing house is by Killian. Would love to hear your reviews on them. I own a couple and they're amazing. They are amazing for sure. Like I said, I got the 2 samples. I could review both of them because I do have enough to do a review. I typically only like to do reviews when I have the bottle though, just so I can, show it. But yeah, I agree they are amazing. Um, they got a ton of fragrances too. Yeah, Vodka on the Rocks. I've heard a lot of good things about that one. Also, Moonlight in Heaven, I think, is one of them. That one was pretty good. I tried that one. Daniel said, "Night all peace. Thanks for the time, chaos. Good luck hitting 10K. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. 10K's coming fast. I'm hoping to hit it by the end of the year. That was kind of my goal I set at the beginning of the year. I said I wanted to hit 5K by summer and 10K by the end of the year, and I hit the 5K goal pretty much spot on. I'd have to look exactly when, but it was, yeah, pretty much right as summer hit. I think I hit 5K, and so hopefully I can get 10K by the end of the year. I don't think I might make it. I might fall a little bit short. We'll see, but um, hopefully. Got my first DUI while wearing vodka on the rocks. Royal Water worth the purchase. A tester going for a good price on Fragrance Net. Yeah, it's a good one. I think I don't know what the prices are. I think it is one of the cheaper creeds right now. Like last I looked, excuse me, the 120 mils were going for like 120, and I mean at that price, it's pretty much a steal. It's kind of it leans a little bit floral. It is a unisex creed. It is kind of floral, it's citrusy, so you could say it kind of leans feminine. Um, but personally, I really like it. It's a nice, clean, easy to wear scent. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a good one. You can get it for a good price. I'd get it, especially in the 4 ounce because those are going to be or those are discontinued, so prices will go up on those. So yeah, I would get it if you're into that type of scent. Thanks for answering, man. Your collection of decants is great, and I will definitely purchase from you when you ship to Canada. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll let you know. At some point, I probably will start to do that. Oh, Timmy's in the house. I've seen you on for hours. Holy shit, LOL. I don't even remember when I started. It was 11, right? Oh, so we've been going for 3 hours? Man. Review Bath and Body Works Mahogany Woods. I can do that. That's not the discontinued one, is it? Because I think there is a discontinued one. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I will review it. The Bath and Body Works scents are actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I have smelled a few of them, like in the hand sanitizers and like the shampoos and stuff. And they are pretty nice. So I'll have to check it out. Yeah, that's the discontinued one. Yeah. So if I can find a bottle for a good price, I'll grab it. Do I think I will stop collecting fragrances? I feel like I probably will at some point, to be honest, just because that's kind of how I am with hobbies. I seem to kind of come and go. And I mean, there are tons of fragrances out there, but I feel like there's only so many you can buy before you start to get kind of burnt out. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Um, maybe at some point I'll kind of get tired of it, but I don't think I'd ever sell anything off. I feel like I would just kind of get to a point where I'm, content with what I have. Have you tried any of the memo leathers, African, Italian, French, and Irish? Also, do you have a PO box I can send you some samples of different frags sometimes? I have not tried any of those, no. Seen splits and stuff going for them quite often. Haven't actually got in on any of them, but I will. And I don't have a PO box. I can just send you my address or something if you wanted to send me stuff. But I probably will get a PO box at some point. I just never go to the post office, so I probably forget to check it. They brought it back within the last month. Oh, okay. In that case, then I'll pick it up for review. I didn't know they brought it back. Do you think Durham is better than Sport 2012? I have a good offer on both, but thinking of just getting one. I only smelled Durham. B2, by the way, I have Durham Intense and I'm loving it. Um, that's kind of tough. Since you have Durham Intense, um, it's kind of hard to recommend just the regular Durham. I mean, they are somewhat different. The regular Durham is a little bit more fresh. It's a little has a little bit of a spice to it, whereas Durham Intense is more powdery. But the problem with the sports fragrances is none of them last on me. Like, really, I don't even know what my 2012 bottle is. Yeah, they just no, it's not. Yeah, none of them last on me really. None of them really blow me away. Like my favorite Durham Sport is the 2008, but of course that's the discontinued one. Um, so yeah, it's hard to say, man. If you like Durham Intense and you want like a little bit more of a fresher version of it, then I would say just go for Durham. But if you want more of a citrus-based Dior fragrance that still has some of the iris, then you could go with the 2012. So I don't know. It's up to you. I have a full bottle of Mahogany Woods, awesome fall scent. I'll have to grab it. Heard a lot of good things about it. What is the most rare cologne I have? So funny you mentioned that because I just got it today. It is Green Valley by Creed. Um, it's vaulted. It's been vaulted for quite a while now. Really hard to find. I think there's right now only a couple bottles in the US for sale, like on eBay. Most of the other bottles on eBay are from Russia, which are most likely fakes, and I just don't want to mess with it. They're also extremely expensive. So yeah, this would be it right now, Green Valley. And I've been wanting this stuff for a long time. Ever since I saw that it was discontinued, that made me want it more. I got a good deal on it. I wasn't going to buy it, but I kind of bought it after birthday, so I just figured it was a birthday present for myself. So now I have it in the collection. So that would be it for right now. Hey, can your video title Top 10 Back to School Fragrances, Great Fragrances for Teenagers, apply to college? Definitely, yeah. Basically, yeah, high school, college, perfect list for that because they're all mostly safe fragrances. Nothing that'll offend people in school. So yeah, I would definitely say so. What? How did you get that? The Green Valley. I actually got it off eBay. Imagine that. From someone. I got it for 220, so about the price of a bottle of Aventis. So pretty happy to have that. Like I said, I almost passed on it, but figured be a good birthday present for myself, and now I have it in the collection. And like I said earlier in the stream, it's really good. To me, Green Valley is what Green Irish Tweed should have been. I actually have it on my hand. This to me smells more like nature and like green grass and stuff than Green Irish Tweed does. You hear about the Irish countryside stories and stuff, but to me, I get more of a nature outdoor smell from this. And it's like the story for this one is like he made it because he used to play golf and it's supposed to smell like the golf course and nature and spring. So that's I definitely think it's more. I think that's what Green Irish Tweeds smell like basically, and it sucks that it's discontinued. I think Dua has a clone of it, which I'll probably end up getting just so I can wear that and not use up all of that. But yeah, it's really good stuff. Dang, you're still here. Yeah, I am still here. I don't even know why. Been going. Anybody try that Clive Christian 800? I have not. I haven't tried any Clive Christians. Just because I know if I do, I'm probably going to end up liking them and I'm going to be spending a crap ton of money on those. You should do a video where you layer all your fragrances for fun. That would be interesting. I think Big Beer Business did something similar with like his, what was it, his spring fragrances or something. He put them all in like one. Um, yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. I should do that and like go out in public, have someone record for me. Thoughts on Jeremy? I mean, he's out there doing his own thing, you know? I mean, more power to him. Starting his own fragrance line and stuff like that. So, I mean, good for him. You know, he's being successful. Um, I have 25 right now, thinking about stopping at 32. So my last time will be Pineapple Vintage Intense. And what should the last two be? Um, I guess, are you looking for two more designers, two more niche, or does it not really matter? I don't know, hard to say. I would add Viking. I definitely would add Viking, just because it is extremely versatile. Unless, do you have Viking already? I completely forgot. Um, you should totally decant me 10 mil of that Green Valley. You know, I don't think that'll happen. Probably not going to decant any, just because how rare it is. Um, Nijma, Nejma, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, is on sale now at Macy's for $69. Usually they go for 140, 150 since it's a niche house, just in case you want a good deal on them. I'll have to check them out. I didn't even know Macy's would carry those. With what can you layer your Sauvage? I've layered it with Aventis before. That's a good layer. What's the worst cologne I have smelled? For me, it would probably be Mancera Oud Line. It's like a niche, or not. It's obviously a niche, but it's like an oud and like rose, I think, or something. It was awful. Like it, I immediately. Just not for me. Maybe in a few years when I'm more into oud, I might like it, but no. I'm curious to try Jeremy's fragrances. I wonder if he's gonna send bottles to reviewers and stuff. I doubt it, but we'll have to see. I'm fairly new to frag, so not much out there. Any huge hype monsters you'd probably not get into if you were starting now. Um, are you talking about fragrance houses or fragrances in general, like hyped fragrances? Because I'd say, I don't know. Most of the time, I feel like the hype is deserved to a certain extent, but I don't have Viking, but I think I'll buy it just so I can have 6 Creed fragrances instead of 5. And it really doesn't matter if it's niche or designer. Yeah, I would definitely add Viking. Like I said, gets a ton of hate, but it's good stuff. So to go along with Viking, I don't know. I mean, maybe Elysium if you're wanting to get a Roja. It's probably, I mean, it is the most wearable Roja. Um, so you could go with that. Let's see, you said in general. Um, honestly, man, I mean, I would just recommend you just to sample as much as you can, kind of make that decision for yourself. Because, like I said, a lot of the hype is I can understand, like it's mass appealing, it's, this or that. So I would just say just sample as much as I can, or as much as you can. Um, yeah, I don't know. Kind of feel the same about the bigger hype ones. They must be good for a reason. Just wonder if you thought some were without reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are. Like I said, I'm pretty cool with most of the hyped fragrances, like obviously Aventis, Sauvage, to name a couple, and I like them. So yeah, it really just depends. I wouldn't necessarily go out and just blind buy fragrances because they're getting hype. I think that's where a lot of people mess up. But yeah, just if they're getting hype, I would sample them at the very least, just kind of to see what it's all about, and then just kind of make the decision whether or not you want to buy it. Sadly enough, I got some bad feedback on Elysium. That sucks, man. I've gotten nothing but positive attention from it, but I can see maybe why, because it's kind of a fougere-ish scent. The vetiver might put some people off. Duo fragrances or Alexandria? Both are good. I mean, both bring good fragrances to the table, good clones to the table. What is the best Bulgari? Aquamara, Atlantique, or Marine? Personally, I still think Atlantique, just because it's got that kind of generic smell, but it's modernized in a way, and it's has a little bit of a unique smell from the Bulgari DNA. Um, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Amara. Um, I just the neroli and the dry down. I just really don't like. It gets a little bit too floral for me, but I would choose Atlantique. Have I tried Victoria's Secret's Very Sexy for Him? I have not. I've heard good things about it. Thoughts on Leighton? It's all right. Kind of leans to the designer side of things. So if you're looking for mass appealing niche fragrance, that would be a good one. I think my last one should be La Nuit, but I fear I might not like their newest formulation. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said in my video about that, all the formulations are good. Like I haven't had a problem with any of them. Um, so yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it, in my opinion. Off topic question, funny question. Would you rather have to watch your parents have sex every night for the rest of your life, or join in once to stop it? That's awful, man. I mean, no matter what way you cut it, it's like incest. I don't know, man. Uh, I'd probably just kill them both. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's awful. Gucci Guilty makes me want to puke, but I can't stop smelling it. Just the regular Gucci Guilty or Absolute? So I know Absolute can put some people off. What batch of Aventis is the most balanced? Um, it's hard to say because there's tons of batches and tons of years. Um, for the 2016, 16 LO1, H11 is pretty balanced. Yeah, just go with those. You can check out the Aventis Lounge. You can look at the batch thread there. Pegasus smells like Reflection Man to me. Same sort of neroli vibe. Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that. I prefer Reflection Man though, but both are pretty good. Have I tried the House of Rasasi? Anything you like from them? I like House. Um, it's a good one. Um, that's the only one I've tried though, so I can't speak on the fragrance house as a whole. But yeah, House is good. I had a huge bottle of Aqua di Gio Essenza that I bought in Saint Martin. Barely used it. It was stolen at customs. Sucks. Do you like that one? I do. I actually have. Let's see. Got the 180 mil, and I like it. I don't like it as much as Profumo, um, but I do like it a lot. It's a little bit more, um, kind of a little bit more floral, a little bit more woodsy than the original. It also performs a lot better than the original. But I still prefer Profumo. Intrigo Devastante Intense has become my new favorite in my collection. Such a unique scent. I didn't even know they had an intense of that. That's cool. That's it. It was the huge bottle. That sucks it got stolen, man. But yeah, it's a good scent. Have you put your nose on By the Fireplace and Jazz Club? And if you have, which one? I have By the Fireplace. I have not tried Jazz Club, so can't compare them. But By the Fireplace, I really like. Um, yeah, it's good stuff. I have both Jazz Club and By the Fireplace. Awesome stuff. Yeah, at some point, I definitely want to try Jazz Club. I feel like that would probably be more wearable than By the Fireplace because, By the Fireplace has this, like roasted marshmallow um, type of wood smell. I mean, it's like the name. So I feel like it's a little bit harder to wear, maybe more of a personal fragrance, but I feel like Jazz Club would be more wearable. Um, I'm looking forward to trying Jazz Club. Would you prefer By the Fireplace or Dolce & Gabbana the one? Definitely the one for a date. Um, By the Fireplace just is too, it's not safe enough in my opinion for a date. But the one definitely go with that one. La Nuit de Loma is the best fragrance ever. Sucks I've only smelled the new one. Yeah, it's a good fragrance. I mean, you aren't missing a whole lot compared to the older formulations, but they are quite a bit more. Got a lot more depth, more spice. By the Fireplace is similar to Spice Bomb Extreme. Jazz Club is a little like Dolce Gabbana the one. That's to my nose. Yeah, I could see that. I also compare By the Fireplace to Armani Stronger with You. Um, Stronger with You has that chestnut note. Um, and they're comparable. By the Fireplace smells like you are sitting by a working fireplace. My wife hates that one, but salivates over Jazz Club. Yeah, it's definitely more of a love or hate it. I mean, not everyone's gonna want their partner to smell like, you know, burning wood, but I like it as a personal fragrance. It's one that I'll probably wear by the fireplace on Christmas just because it has that cozy winter smell. Jazz Club is definitely more wearable. Would your Subash EDT make your winter frag list? I find it's great, great freshy for colder months. Yeah, I would put it. I would probably put it in the honorable mentions just to make room for heavier winter fragrances. But yeah, I wore Sauvage a lot in the winter just because yeah, it is sharp and it performs good. Um, yeah, I would make it. I would also maybe put Dylan Blue, Versace Dylan Blue. That would be a good one too. Stronger with You is one of the worst cologne names. Smells great though. Completely agree. The name is just, I don't know. I mean, if someone stops you in the street and asks you what you're wearing, like, it's just weird to be like Stronger with You. Like, what is the least and most expensive cologne you own? Okay, this is a good one. So my least expensive one is this stuff, Yacht Man Red. I got this for $3 off of Notino back in the day. Um, it's it's not bad. I mean, it's like a spicy type of smell. I don't even know. Um, so that's the least expensive, like $3. My most expensive price, if we're going off of price per mil, it would be Roja Elysium Extrait. The 50 ml bottle, which is this size, retails for $4.85. So that would be the most expensive price per mil. Um, so that's probably my most expensive one as far as price per mil, as far as what I paid for it. Um, Baccarat Rouge 540 would be another one. Like the 70 ml bottle retails for like 300, I think. So those are probably my most expensive ones. I see you have some flacons. Can you show them? Yeah, I have original Santal here. It's a 2010 batch. Then I've got Virgin Island Water. This is like a 2017 batch. Um, don't have much left of that. So that's pretty cool. Those are both 250 mil. They're not the larger, like 500 mils. Do you think CH Men can be used as a daily signature scent during fall and winter? Yeah, I would say so. I would maybe go with Privé for winter and the regular CH Men for fall. That's because Privé's got that more dominant leather with the whiskey. I recently smelled Cartier Declaration Du Soir, and it was one of the worst things I've ever smelled. Nice. I haven't smelled it. Have you ever owned Aspen? I have not. Um, have not. I've owned Cool Water, but not Aspen. Have you tried Rocha Dove's Creation E? I have not, but it's on the list to buy. I'm probably going to blind buy it, the Extrait, at some point. 'Cause there was a point where fragrancebuy.ca had the Extrait bottles for like, I want to say a little less than 300, and I was gonna buy one, but now they don't have it for some reason, or at least last I checked. Um, I love Virgin Island Water, nice one. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Yeah, so apparently Parfums Vintage is doing an inspired of Baccarat Rouge 540. I heard that too. I think they're also doing Bleecker Street, by Bond number 9. So I'm looking forward to both, especially the Baccarat 540. Would you spray 4 to 5 sprays of Ultramale? And if you would, what situation would it be just because the fragrance is so strong? Um, Man, I don't know. Maybe maybe like in the dead of winter, really cold. If I was going out, I would maybe go with 4 sprays, 4 or 5. But I mean, for most situations, I probably go no more than 3. Um, have you tried any English laundry colognes? Surprisingly, I have not. I know a lot of them are supposed to be really good. I just haven't gotten any. Um, yeah, anything more than 3 sprays for an indoor environment is nuts. Yeah, I'd had to agree. That stuff is crazy strong. What colognes have I outgrown? Um, I would say I've got this old bottle of Revert 21 or Revert Eco 21 by Rue 21, Revert Eco, whatever it's called. That I wore this when I was like 12 years old. I still have it. And it's honestly, it's a nice smell, but it does have that teenager cologne smell. It smells a lot like a Hollister like body spray. So I'd say I've outgrown this. I still keep it just for like nostalgic reasons, but I don't wear it. But it does remind me of back in the day. Why are expensive colognes worth it in general? Also, how do you justify a large collection? Um, really depends on what your goal is with fragrances. If you're simply in it for just to smell good and to get compliments, then really expensive fragrances aren't worth it at all. I mean, you can get great compliments with Sauvage and fragrances like that, but for me, a lot of it now is just the artistic factor of it. And like when you're buying like a Roja, a lot of it is the presentation. The presentation is really good. You're buying the name. It's like buying a Rolex. You're not just buying a really nice watch, you're buying the brand. So that's kind of that. How do I justify a large collection? For me, just because again I enjoy the hobby, I also do a lot of splitting, so I'm really not paying out of pocket. um, so it's not a huge strain on my wallet anymore, so that's nice. um, how have your tastes in colognes changed from your first bottle today? So that's another good question. When I first started, I only liked, and that's like I started out with Versace Fresh, Nautica Voyage. I just kept buying a lot of fresh fragrances, and I never really paid attention to the sweeter tobacco, incense, amber fragrances until just recently, actually, within the past few months. Now I've been switching to where fresher fragrances have kind of started to bore me, and I've been getting into more of the heavy, rich fragrances. So that's definitely kind of how my taste has changed. How long have you been collecting for? So I've been collecting for a little over 2 years now. Um, yeah, 2 years or so, I would say. Do I have any John Varvatos colognes? I had um, Artisan Aqua, but I ended up swapping it for something else. That was the only one I had. And I actually really liked Artisan Aqua a lot. It was a great scent. Again, performance is spotty, but I didn't really mind because the scent itself was really nice. Best discounter sites that ship worldwide. I honestly don't know. Um, I'm not sure which websites ship worldwide. Um, how much is your fragrance wardrobe worth? It's hard to say, man. I mean, if you're valuing it at retail price for everything, a lot. Um, uh, as far as prices, valuing it at prices that I paid for everything, it would be quite a bit less because a lot of my fragrances I picked up on the cheap, um, even though, technically not cheap, but, a lot of my niche I have picked up for cheap, just because, do constant shopping, but it's hard to say, honestly. Maybe I'll add it up one day. Um, well into the thousands, though. Can say that. What do I do for work, or is YouTube your job right now? So I work part time at a restaurant, um, basically until I, get done with schooling and stuff. Um, yeah, YouTube isn't really my job just because it doesn't pay nearly enough to support me, at least at my channel size. Um, but yeah, thoughts on Burberry Touch? Have you tried it? I have not. But I think isn't that Big Beard Business is one of his favorites, I think. I think I've heard him talk about it, but I do want to try it. I love Artisan Aqua and Artisan Blue, good colognes, Hate, 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 Dark Rebel, and Dark Rebel Rider. Haven't tried either of those, either of the Dark Rebels, but yeah, Artisan Aqua is really good. Um, haven't tried Blue. Um, yeah, there's a lot from the Artisan line that I still want to try. Um, Artisan Pure, a newer one, that one was pretty good, especially for a designer. That stuff is really good for a designer release, especially for the price point. Have I tried Aqua de Joe Absolute? I have not. I planned on buying it when it first came out, but I just didn't get around to it. Now I've just completely forgotten about it. Haven't really heard it talked about. I haven't seen it in anyone's list or anything. So yeah, I haven't tried it. Another good fall scent. Nice. Yeah, at some point I'll probably get it. Now that the prices are starting to come down on it, I might grab a bottle. How many bottles of Aventis do I currently own? I have 6 bottles. Let me see. God, there's 4. There went the box. There almost went the bottle. All right. Yeah, so I've got 6. Here's my 2 mystery batches. Both are vintage. I know that. This one's a 2010. Let me see if I can show you better without dropping it. This one's a 2010. You can see how beat up it is. And the sprayer's broke, so I just had to decant it. So that's that. This one's another mystery batch. I don't have much left in it. It's a vintage, but I don't know the batch. And then I've got just these 4 right here. So yeah, 6 bottles, and then the perfumed oil, which is up there. That's nice. ADG Absolute is pretty similar to Invictus. Yeah, that's what I've heard, and that's kind of why I haven't picked it up. How often do you get totally unsolicited compliments? All of my compliments are unsolicited. I've never solicited a compliment because I don't really think that's a genuine compliment. If you ask someone if you smell good, they're probably going to say yes just to be nice. So yeah, all of my compliments have been unsolicited. As far as how often it happens, from complete strangers, not that often. Most of my compliments come from people who I've at least talked to, on like a talking basis. But occasionally, yeah, I have gotten unsolicited compliments from strangers, but it just doesn't happen as often. Do I own 2016 Invictus Aqua? Yes, I have 3 bottles of it right now. It's good stuff. Did I get to smell that ombre leather 18 yet? I have not, but it's on my list. It's another one that I might just blind buy if I can get a good deal on it, because it looks really good. Best summer frag you would recommend for a senior kid in high school? Probably Atlantique, Aqua Atlantique. I feel like you would be unique enough while still having, a mass appealing scent DNA. That's probably what I would go for. 3 bottles, I'm coming over. Yeah, man. One of them is actually pretty much, I mean, doesn't have too much left. Um, see, this one is mostly full, and then this one back here is completely full, never been sprayed. So typically, I would add one more, but I haven't worn it in a while, and I don't wear it that much. Um, but yeah, that was at one point one of my favorites. I just don't reach for it much anymore. Just kind of sad because I really enjoy the fragrance. Ombre leather is the only Tom Ford fragrance I like. Not a big fan of his stuff. Yeah, I'll have to try it. Definitely have to try it. I think I've heard people compare it to Tuscan leather. I don't know how similar they would be. But I'm a fan of Tuscan leather, so I would probably like it. I'm just scared to blind buy that ombre leather, but I got a decant. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend blind buying. Like I said, I do it mainly because a lot of times I can get my money back. But do you get a lot of samples sent to you? Uh, yeah, kind of. Just from my friends in the community and stuff. A lot of times I'll send a lot of free samples to people. People will send samples to me, kind of so forth. And that's kind of part of the fun for me is just hooking people up with samples for stuff they haven't tried. So yeah, I do get a decent amount in, but I also give a lot of samples as well. So it's not like I'm just taking everything and not giving back. I try to give as much as I can. But best reaction cologne you had on. So probably it was from Lana Wheat uh, on a date. That went pretty good. Um, don't want to get into details, but yeah, I mean, probably from that. Aventis has got me some good reactions um, as well. Can Dior Sauvage or Chanel Allure Sport Oak Stream perform in high summer heat? Sauvage definitely can. Wouldn't so say Chanel. I wouldn't wear Allure Sport in extreme heat just because the tonka bean might start to get too much, but Sauvage you could. And if not, other alternative other than Aqua Atlantique. Eau Fresh would be another good one for the heat. Um, or Durham Cologne, or I would say that's about it. And the really high heat, you want to go with something, um, you know, citrusy, very light and citrusy, or probably nothing at all. Have I tried Michael Kors Extreme Blue? I have not. Have not. You hated it. What is your most complimented cheapie? Good question. Probably, let's see. Honestly, for me, probably F Black. Um, I'm a big fan of this one. Wear it a lot in the fall and winter. Um, it's gotten me a surprising amount of compliments, probably due to the fact that I have worn it a lot. Also because it performs really good. This is one of my best performing cheap fragrances. It's good stuff for whatever reason. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like stuff floating around in it. So hopefully it's not going bad. That'd kind of suck. Had to spend a whole $20 to get a new bottle. Yeah, you can see. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah, I'd say probably F Black. Got me a ton of compliments in the winter. Do you think it's worth owning Spice Bomb Extreme? I already have the Tom Ford OR Extreme, which is like the big brother to that one. Um, I, I don't know. It's up to you, man. I mean, I'd just grab a sample of it, and if you end up really liking it, then I'd go for it. But it's hard to say. Have I tried Clinique Happy? Yes, I have. I actually have a, what is this? 50 ml bottle right here. It's really nice stuff. Very, very pleasant smelling fragrance. Just like the name, implies, just a happy smelling fragrance. I've had a lot of colognes, but my best reactions came from the first batches of Durham Parfum and Club Nuit Intense, man. Nice, nice. Yeah, kind of regret selling my backup of Durham Parfum, but I just don't wear it much anymore. Have I ever dreamt about a cologne? I actually have. Just recently, I had a dream that I bought Roja Creation E, um, which is kind of weird, but yeah, I had a dream that I bought it. Then I woke up excited because I bought it and I've been wanting it for a while and I didn't actually buy it. So that was pretty funny. I guess it's a sign that I need to get it at some point. But Spice Bomb Original got reformulated to a head of that. Get Extreme. It's amazing in my opinion. Yeah, that is true. If you could create your own cologne, what would it smell like? Uh, right now, just with my current taste, it would probably be a fragrance with, you know, it would be a sweeter fragrance probably. So tobacco, amber, incense, it was some sort of mixture like that. It's kind of hard to think about just because, I don't know, not a perfumer, but it would probably be something like that. Probably fall or winter fragrance. Probably have like a whiskey note in it too, something like that. Have I smelled Diptyque Oud Paulo? I have not. I haven't smelled any Diptyques at all. Wish I could dream of colognes. My dreams are mainly of 3 mile high tidal waves that I can't ever outrun. Yeah, man. Thoughts on Jeremy Fragrance making his own fragrances? Will you be buying it? Will I be buying them? Probably not. Um, but I probably will try to get a sample of them. I mean, if they're good, I'll buy them, but I'm probably not going to go out and blind buy them right when they come out. But yeah, I think it's cool that he's doing that. It would be something that I would like to do maybe at some point, but you know, not anytime soon, that's for sure. If you like animalic beast mode smelling like a zookeeper and leather pants, check it out. It lasts 18 hours on skin and smells to wash. Wow, that's impressive. I'll check it out, man. Um, I'll definitely check it out. I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up. Almost 3 a.m. here. Meeting Jeremy at his meet and greet this Sunday. If he's giving away samples, I'll try to get you one. All right, man. I appreciate it. Be curious to try it, that's for sure. Hopefully it's good. I mean, I'm sure it'll be good, you know. Um, Bulgarian Man in Black, Smell Like Spice Bomb. Um, kind of, it's in the similar kind of genre. Um, Man in Black, I would say, is a little bit more. I would say it's less playful. Like when I smell Spice Bomb, I think of a playful, type of fragrance, but Man in Black is a little bit more refined, I want to say. So yeah, like I said, they're similar, but I wouldn't say they are, you know, clones of each other. What state am I in? I'm in Illinois. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Been going for quite a while now. Let's see. Does it even say the exact time? If I get a sample, yeah, you can just reach out to me, email. It's in the description, I think, or on Facebook, Instagram, um, whatever works for you, man. Appreciate it. I tried Loam Intense. I have not. No. I'm surprised the stream is still going. Yeah, me too, man. Time flies, you know. Didn't think I thought this was only going to be like an hour or so. I'm like, oh, I'll get on for an hour and have a chat, but yeah, it's fun talking to you guys. So try to do it more often. All right, guys, think I'm going to hit the road. Thanks for joining, everyone. Probably try to do this again, maybe next Thursday, maybe. We'll see. So thanks again, everyone.